elections, if you're being honest.
Probably is. And with that, welcome back to the Storytime Network, where we are playing D&D once more. We're back with the OG group.
Yeah, none of that. Their meta horse shit.
Into the woods. Into the woods. Agony!
That's right. I took notes on what I learned from that Pludral book.
Good. Good man. I'm glad you remember the session better than I do. So, last left our heroes: Aldane, the half-elf paladin; Seamus, the half-elf bard; Felix, the Eladrin painter; and of course, Dairon, the Genasi rogue. Alongside Toranosuke and a new kind of party member? Question mark.
Leon
The four of
Truman.
you, yes, the four of you plus Tora continue to travel through the woods. Nothing particularly crazy. During the time, though, some book reading was done. Some information was learnt, and, you know, just conversations abound. Partway into the journey, however, you came across some people for once, for like the first time in like days. And you basically got ambushed some Cult of the Trask members. One of them, however, had the sense to basically drop his weapons and surrender. And now you have currently taken in Leon Truman, who, to be fair, seems to be a bit of a critic against his contemporaries, and so doesn't seem that terribly upset that you killed the people he was with and have taken him prisoner. And to be fair, seems to be willing to give some info. It's clear he doesn't want to play his hand too much, because otherwise he won't have anything. You know, because to be fair, you could just kill him right now, and, you know, he really can't do much about it.
Wouldn't be the first time a prisoner died in our care.
Look, I said I was sorry.
But yeah,
I'm not sorry.
Some sending messages were also sent. You did message Kuro and get in contact with him about, you know, being like 80 miles or so from Centralis.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where we left off. So, I'm going to say you've, like, left the bodies of your attackers, and you've sort of got Leon, who I believe you said you only gave him 2 arrows, because even he admitted, like, he wouldn't be able to do much against you anyway. But as a measure of trust, he'd, like, ask for only a couple of arrows just to help with hunting. And you guys can be the ones to give him arrows if he needs them. And if you even want to give him, to be fair.
I mean, I don't think I have arrows. Well, I don't have anything. I think I did have some crossbow bolts.
I mean, you've got the party loot. You know, there's the message I had that basically categorized. Yeah,
yeah, we do.
Listed what you got.
That's right. We do have some stuff.
Yeah. So, you know, you aren't completely, like, without anything. So, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna assume that you've sort of, like, left the bodies after taking their stuff anyway. So, as you sort of continue through the forest...
That's right, one of them had armor I could wear. Oh, thank God.
Yes. You come across a clearing. Pretty open in space. you see a few deer like together, like a herd.
Mhm.
At the moment, though, it looks like they've not noticed you. So if you wanted to shoot some right now, you could. I will say you will have to have an extra mouth to feed. So, but to be fair, Leon is only like a young teen, so you can afford to like not feed him as much because compared to him, like Tora needs more food compared to you all because he's bigger and
Yeah.
So technically, you're not really like any scraps that would have been left over. You could give to him and he'd like manage. So it doesn't really affect your capacity for food anyway. At least not right now.
Yeah.
As you're actually going to be deciding something, everyone give me a number between 1 and 4. You can't double up.
3,
3.
4.
2.
1.
Who was 4?
I was.
You get a message, Aldane. Let me DM you the contents of this sending. You're getting someone slipping into your private DMs. Your mental
boy,
DMs.
oh boy.
You recognize this to be from Oryx.
Oh, thank God.
Exactly 20. I still had 5 words to spare, and I wasn't even counting anyway. I'm just that good.
Alright. He's in the vicinity, so we should set up a signal.
Does he have any ink?
He probably doesn't
Don't
want to
know.
help us.
I mean, you have 25 words to ask that question.
Yes, I will type the message out right now.
Type it, he says.
What is this typing you speak of, Aldane?
I mean,
I
types
will
are just.
pen out response.
I mean, typing is what. The types are what Japanese weapons are called.
So, what do you want the signal to be? I mean, I could send up a firebolt. I'll go 120 feet in the air.
Is it that big though?
Oh, really?
You can
But
set up a signal, it's probably easier. I'd say a smoke signal will probably be easier than
I mean,
trying
if he,
to do smell-based thing.
if Oryx has got,
Ending.
if Oryx has got any ink, then I'd be okay using my last ink slot on a vitriolic sphere, which will explode in a 20-foot radius.
No,
Bro.
it's not worth doing that.
I mean, Seamus has shatter at that point.
Yeah.
You could just reverb fart a sphere into existence.
Please don't do that. Otherwise, you'll be the one taking the vitriolic sphere. Oh, what? You're saying launching a sphere of acid in the air is a bad idea? That's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Just to spare. Anyone else want to ask anything?
So I'd say if that happened, depending on where you hold it, the floor beneath would be damaged. Why not?
So does anyone have anything extra to ask? Because I
What you wear? How about asking what he's wearing?
no. anyone else? I know
No, I'm
Felix
good.
wants to ask one.
All right then.
Alright, send in the message then.
I'm gonna make this public.
I don't have much hope on the answer.
No, probably shouldn't.
But I had to ask. If I didn't
No, that's
ask and
fair.
and he did have ink, I would feel stupid.
Excuse me. Huh. Actually, I didn't think this far. No, I.
Oh. I knew to expect it, and I'm still a little
Exactly
disappointed.
20. Exactly 20 again. I'm just that fucking good, guys. I don't even need the other 5 words.
Hmm. I knew to expect disappointment, and
NBC,
yet I'm
nothing
still
but clutch.
disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Oryx is, saving our ass again.
Well, what else is new?
Maybe this time we can repay him by not revealing his identity.
Better call Oryx.
I'm just gonna not say anything while we're around him, or anything about
Yeah.
him comes up.
Better
I've learned
call
my
Oryx.
lesson.
Better call Oryx.
Better
Oh.
call Saul.
Yes, that's the joke. Thank you, Dylan. So, what's your spell that you decide to set off?
Off you go, Seamus. This is on you.
What do I gotta do?
Yes. Cast Shatter in the air,
Oh, okay. I'll cast Shatter then.
like as high above us as you can.
So that would be. Hold on, wait. Where'd Shatter go? There it is. I have hiccups now for some reason. 60 feet up in the air.
Chatter? Mike Shatter.
Party fucking hard.
Reverb.
Wow! Good thing you didn't use that right now. That was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, that really is.
All he'd be
Yeah,
able to do with that
garbage.
is. All he'd be able to
It
do
was
with that
really
is
a
just
reverb part.
I mean, to be fair, at that point, you'd kill like. I mean, if you fit a house cat into every single square that Shatter can reach, you would kill every single house cat. But that's still like faint praise.
You got a,
Well,
two,
that's
a
even-
2 and a 3 and a 1 on D8s.
Thank God I made you waste that now and not in combat. That would have been
Yep.
sad to see.
I'm happy about that.
1 second.
Now it really
I
does
just-
feel like a reverb shart.
I just need to wrap my chicken tikka in the bread and whatnot. Getting full and very nice. So you do that. Several birds fly off in random directions, and the deer herd bolts it. But within probably a couple of minutes, you do see a very big dragonfly on its way to you. Purple in colour.
I wonder if that's our purple dragonfly.
I don't know. What do you think, Felix? You hear a very familiar voice from it.
How come you don't have any ink? What if you need to write something?
Still in his dragonfly form, Oryx looks to you, Daron, as if like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Tyron just shrugs. It's like, look, we've been at this for a while. We're
Yeah.
tired.
And to my knowledge, it wasn't even him who fucking ousted me in prison.
No, it wasn't me. It
Oh,
was
Seamus.
these two.
That's been very fun, you know. I'll have you know, I had my law revoked in Siltanok because of that.
Aren't you exiled from Silternok anyways?
Yes, that's not the point, Aldane.
Fair enough.
Also, besides, I don't need to write stuff down. I have servants back at my home who I can sending to write stuff down for me.
Can you sending them to bring some ink?
Unless you want them all to come all the way from Bovetment, no.
Would it be too much of an ask to say yes?
No. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, now I've got to become something bigger because you guys decided to bring in yet another stray. What, the stray cat wasn't enough? My apologies, Tyrannosuke.
In our defense, we would have been breaking some laws if we killed a prisoner.
Also, yeah, this dragonfly form Oryx is taking, he is actually considered large.
Oh wow.
Like, he is a big fucking boy. And again, still talking like he does in his voice. And he turns...
Tyron just has this look of like, yep, same shit as always.
And so he takes a moment and, like, you see his form recede back into his normal appearance. You know, the perfectly beautiful elf that you've seen before.
Mhm.
Before then, he, like, recedes into himself again. And you watch as his hands turn into these gigantic wings. His face begins to elongate into this almost beak-like shape. And his, like, neck begins to extend and extend till it grows several feet in length. And his feet become almost like thin, almost bird, like waterfowl sort of flippers and look. And he basically turns into this. I'm going to post it in the general chat.
Pterodactyl.
He is very big in size. In fact, he's bigger now than he was as the dragonfly. His actual size category is huge, which means he takes 3x3 space.
A pterodactyl!
Right?
It's actually a Quetzalcoatlus, Felix, but yes.
I got it.
Quetzalcoatlus, whatever it is, I don't care. I saw it in a book once and knew I could turn into it. It's one of the many advantages of being an ancient gold dragon. Anyway, I'm going to be taking you fellas by Centralis. Not exactly there, but I'm going to cut most of your journey down. You don't need to thank me, this is all in a day's work.
Thank you.
Okay, then
Sure.
I won't.
I mean, you can at least be somewhat humble. After all, you fucking outed me in prison.
Again,
No
it
Seamus'
was
fault.
Seamus and I think Darren.
Yeah, that was me. I fucked up.
So,
Thanks
out
for
of
taking some of the
character,
blame at least.
Oryx can travel 80 feet while flying. And I checked a calculator. 80 feet for 80 miles, you will get to a normal pace for that 80 miles will be 1.1 days to get to Centralis.
What if he hurries it along a little?
He's not going fast. If he goes fast pace, that'll be 0.9 days.
We might die if he goes fast.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, he does say that Centralis doesn't really have an air force of sorts, you know, like anti-air measures.
Mm.
apart from, ballistas, trebuchets, and, like, you guys are criminals. So even if they, don't consider him a threat, they're still you guys. And yeah, he's not taking, like, artillery for you guys. Like, he likes you, but he doesn't like you that much. And if he was going to do that,
You know
it'd be an
what?
ancient
Fair.
dragon. Like, the only reason he's doing this is because dragoning up will cause too much of a fuss.
That's fair.
Like, yeah, that's the whole point of him taking this form. It's the largest beast form he can take. If it was only the 4 of you, he could afford to take a smaller form, but it's still not worth it. So yeah, you get on his back. He, you're securely on. You get comfy, and he spreads his massive wingspan and takes flight. He goes really high into the air, to be fair. Like, it's at a point where if you fell off and he couldn't catch you, you would, like, be just paced on the floor.
Cool.
And he looks to you guys as he's flying and just says, what if I just did a loop right now? I won't, but what if I did?
We'd probably die.
I'd haunt you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Dairon, it's fine. I'm haunted by enough people.
I'd still haunt you because it's funny.
Yes, and I know many good exorcists.
I know, it'd be funny. For all of us.
But yeah, he flies you around. So basically, the route he's taking you, if you focus on the map and look at it, so you're about here, from where the arrow originates. He's taking you along this way. So he's taking you southwest. So then you can approach Centralis eastward, which he does say is one of the best ways to infiltrate the country, just because most of the time they're usually anticipating boats to come from that way. While there is security in the area, like guards and patrols, it's not as heavily guarded as it could be. Which is why he's taking you there and dropping you off.
Do you know if there's a route into the underground from there?
I mean, yeah, there's a few ways that you should be able to get underground. Failing that, you can always go into the city and go in via the sewers. You're no stranger to sewers, aren't you guys?
Nope.
We've been in a
Well, there you
couple.
go.
There was a bone claw
there
in
you
there once.
Well, there you go. I'd get you in the city myself, but I'm not. It's too risky for your sakes and mine to do that. I don't have enough political clout and sway in the city to, do that. And so yeah, he pretty much spends most of the journey sort of quiet, not really talking, mostly just focusing on flying and keeping a watch out. If any of you guys want to speak to each other about what you want to plan, now would probably be the best time.
Do we have any gold?
Not on me.
No, let's see. I don't have much, but I do have some.
On you?
No, I don't think I tossed much of it into the bag of holding, actually.
I mean, we've got the party coffer, but,
I'd rather not tap into that if we don't have to.
I mean, we might have to. I'm saying now we're probably going to have to.
How much is in the party coffer?
100 gold.
Something, at least.
To be fair, 100 gold is like the average working class family in a D&D setting would never probably see 100 gold amassed in their lifetime. But you could buy some decent food and decent lodgings and like slum it out in usually like where Daron lives, like for a good like month or two.
You ever get the feeling like we're just nearer to the everything about our lives? Like, we've forgotten what it's like to be normal.
I don't know.
Nah.
I've been in prison. I've been in prison for 2 decades.
Just thought I'd mention it.
I mean, to be fair, before I was in the clink, I did live a pretty nice lifestyle.
I mean, same, but, you know.
It's always fun finding out when people's paydays are and regularly, getting a cut of their pay.
Yeah, the old shakedown. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Again, I only ever shook people down who deserved it, which was most of the elite.
Again, fair.
Eat the rich.
No, I was dared to eat someone at one point, but I declined.
Felix, aren't you one of the rich? Aren't three of you a part of the rich?
My
I was
father.
part of the rich.
My father is an academic. How well off do you think we are? You saw our house.
Yeah, it was very nice. Seamus, his in terms of scale, because you were quite, a decent family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this to Seamus for comparison. You lost a lot when your family got fucked over. His house isn't as incredible as yours was, but it's still better than most of the working class would ever dream of achieving. Because to be fair, educators in Tenoyama get paid very well. Also Felix's dad was a former noble, so he has some sort of savviness with money. Felix, maybe not the 1%, but the 10%.
See,
But yeah, Aldane.
I'm part of a whole 9% that we shouldn't eat.
I don't know, Felix. I probably would have shaken down your mother and father several times. Well, maybe not your mother. It depends.
I probably would have shaken down your dad at least.
Honestly, I couldn't blame you about that one.
I mean,
Aldane cannot lie that.
Depending on how pretty your mum
family
is,
as
I
well.
might have shaken her down in other ways. As he elbows shamer.
What? Why were you going to what?
Oh yeah.
Were you gonna try and grapple with my mum? Why would you do that? She's not a fighter.
I mean,
He wouldn't be a good test.
he just
Grapple
looks
with
at you,
Aldane. He'll give you a real ride for your money.
He just looks at Seamus like, why did I speak?
We've all
This is
had
on
this
you.
moment.
You do hear chuckling from Oryx. And then you just see Oryx suddenly be like, oh, eagle. Oh, pigeon. You do see him occasionally veer into animals to eat them.
Well, at least he's having a good time.
I mean, I need something to eat. I can't enjoy bloody Silto Nut cuisine anymore. At least not without making more of an effort.
We've got some fish left if you want them.
No. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but no. It's not I don't like fish, it's just... no. You don't even have any seasonings on you.
It may do. Smoking
not
food's a good way to make it taste better.
I'm not eating unseasoned fish. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Snob.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I am a snob. I had to lose my entire home at the age of 5, and it took decades before I could accrue this wealth. And then I lost it all for the war against humans. And then I earned it back. I can't believe you let him on me. I'm surprised. I thought you were going to give him for me to eat.
Mostly just as a prisoner of war.
Ah, yes, this grand war you're
Also-
having.
Also,
I mean, it was that or I
wouldn't
stab
recommend
him.
eating humans. If I recall correctly, someone was in jail for eating humans. They said they were kind of gamey. Could be wrong though.
I mean, I've
I'm-
had enough humans bother me over the years, so
I'm Felix. I'm an Eladrin. I'm not human.
yeah, you're not a person, are you?
Can I stab? Who said that?
Wow.
Or Oryx said that.
Okay,
He's also an Eladrin.
I was
That's
just getting
the joke.
confused why you were talking like I was speaking for Leon.
No. But yeah, Oryx just says, "Oh yeah, Eladrins aren't people, are we?"
I don't know if it's sort of people. Depends what you define it as.
It's a joke, Felix. I can say it because I am an Eladrin.
Can I say it then?
I mean, yeah, you can. You are an Eladrin. You know.
That's some
Privileges,
E-word
you know.
privileges going on here, I guess.
I mean, you and Seamus are both elves as well. You know, when Elf Month comes around, you can do whatever you like. Not you, Darren, though.
What?
I mean, if you dated Aldane, it'd be cool, because you're dating him, but otherwise, no.
Look, I don't swing that way, and I don't think he does either.
Darren, you have a crush on Aldane? When did that happen?
No, I don't think that's the case.
Would anyone be mad if I shoved him off? If I shoved Felix off the Oryx?
I think the only person to be mad is Felix.
Felix can teleport back up, Oryx says.
Felix?
Alright, off you go.
If you actually do it, give me a strength check. And Felix
No,
has to make an opposing strength check.
No, I won't.
That's good, because I'm not sure I want to deal with the vagaries of having to teleport onto a moving object.
Yeah, that would be a bit iffy. I would actually make you make a check for that. Just because if you trained and actually learned how to teleport moving objects, it wouldn't be a problem. But like, I assume Felix has never had to do that with consistency and like.
Not really, no. It's never come up, funnily enough.
But yeah. So as you continue talking, like you start because of how high you are, you can actually see the sun slowly setting as time passes on. Eventually, however, after like pretty much non-stop traveling, Oryx does eventually land west of Centralis and like puts you down and actually becomes a person, you know, elf. And then like rolls his shoulders and sort of cracks his neck. Oh, I felt that one in my throat. Anyway, here you are. I hope you had a fun flight. I really don't care if you did, but you know.
It was fun.
That's
That
good.
was nice, thank you.
Thank you, Felix. You've made my day. As he puts a hand on his chest.
Does that mean you'll give me that ink you've got hidden away?
Not have ink, you fucking idiot.
I just can't believe a person as important as yourself doesn't carry around at least a small bottle of ink. What if you have to sign a contract and nobody's got any ink?
That's on them. If I'm having to sign contracts at someone's place, they should have the ink on their own person.
What if you're bringing the contract?
If I'm bringing contracts, someone should still have ink on their own at their place.
I think it's mighty presumptuous that you're expecting them to do the work for you.
Why don't you have ink on your person?
I was in prison.
Not really an excuse, is it now? You had Aldane smuggle loads of things in.
I did smuggle some ink in. I used it.
Sounds like your problem. You should be more conservative with your usage. Failing that, maybe you should have a squid on your person to regularly. Can you milk ink from a squid?
Aldane, can I get a
You
squid
put
for a pet?
He puts a hand on. He puts two fingers on his head and like thinks for a moment. Now my assistant has to do some marine life investigation.
Aldane, can I get a squid for a pet?
I will take it under consideration.
Aw.
Ask your mother, Felix.
I did!
Stop showing me Minecraft stuff. Okay, this isn't helpful. I'm just finding Minecraft stuff and it's annoying. Okay. Anyway, I hope you have fun. I'm going back to sort some things out. I'm sure Kurogane's missed you in all this time.
Well, who else is he gonna
I
make
will
fun
say-
of other than Aldane?
I will say though, Rue isn't in Centralis, not today anyway. So if you wanted to have your reunion with him, you'll have to wait.
I mean, we were probably gonna wait until our names were cleared.
It's up
Seemed
to
like
you.
the thing to do.
Okay. I'm gonna find some work for my mercenaries to deal with. I haven't had them a job since I came back into the city with them all that time ago.
I'm sure they found a way to
That's-
keep busy.
Yeah. I mean, they'll have to if they want to keep that Kyoto under wraps. You just watch as like Pisces is like beating the shit out of a guy more than twice his size.
He's gonna eat somebody someday.
Jubilee is
already-
laughing hysterically.
To my knowledge, he's already eaten 2 dogs.
Yeah. I was going to say, how do you know he hasn't already eaten somebody?
I'm keeping a track of everything that group does to make sure they don't tarnish my name any more than already it has been.
Hmm.
I said I was sorry.
It's too late. Yes, and you know, sorry doesn't make me not be outed across the you know. I understand it was by accident, but that doesn't change anything. Whatever.
Maybe you can come up with a new false identity.
That identity took over 100 years to work on.
Well, like you have much to do anyway.
Yes, I do actually. While you're busy doing stuff, I actually do a lot in the background. I was the one who gave Rua his new arm, for God's sake. And when I'm not doing that, I'm also coming up with other inventions. Anyway, I'm going to be going now. I don't want to be in this forest any longer than I have to. Not that I don't like forests, I just, you know, have other things I need to do. And he just shrugs, and with a, like, flourish of his hand and a click of his fingers, he teleports away. Leaving the 6 of you all together, on your own, in the forest.
He's always a riot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
You do know where to go. Like, you do see the city overhead. Like, you would have seen the city as you travelled along. So, yeah. You have a goal in mind. Your destination is infinitely closer than it was before. What do you do, fellas?
shall we get going?
Might as well.
Ooh, this is a funny looking mushroom.
Do not.
You wouldn't do that.
I know. That's a hide move.
You touch that, I will kill you.
I mean, if the mushroom doesn't do it for you.
How about we just move on already, guys? Leon says as he's like
Mm.
actually going to use perception and look around the area.
Hey.
Very nice.
We all have to do perception.
I mean, he is because he's trying to like, you know. He looks around into the distance and just says, "If my if my geography of the area is correct, this way should be able to lead us to an underground part of the country. And should get us near the sewers to get to wherever you guys need to go. You go the direction he wants you to?
Do I agree with his estimate?
You don't know, you've never been in this part of the country. He's, like, looking round and seems to know what he's seeing. You just see trees and forests, and you have a vague idea that, yes, it isn't too out of the way from a direct route to the city. Like, you have no clue. You have no clue where he's leading you.
I mean, we don't got much choice, so let's go.
Yeah. So he leads you along. You know, travel through the forest. It's definitely a different vibe to what what was before.
Mm-hmm.
So different. I'm actually going to change the music if I can find it. No, this one's too serene, in fact. But yeah, as you're sort of being led along, and you're sort of looking around, you do see much less animals in the area. If only probably just because, like, it's not too far from the city. But it gets to the point where here we are. This will be the song I'll use. Here you go, Mel. After probably like 20 minutes or so of walking, you eventually come across what looks like this small, like, shack in the middle of the woods. It looks kept, to be fair. It doesn't look like too nice, like it's not as if there's a family or someone living in there. But as you're sort of in the brush of the forest, Leon points and just says, "That's where we need to go." It's an escape hatch that people from the country actually would use to escape out here if there was a crisis.
Good to
We
know.
haven't appropriated it, but people still use these regularly enough to get in and out of the city. And, to access the sewers and whatnot. What's your insight again?
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah. I mean, you would have seen several Tarask guards if it were being used. Because it's not as if they'd really do this as a big trap. Or if they are, it's very elaborate.
Just making sure.
If you want to, be certain that this isn't a trap, I can go first and prove to you it's all okay.
Sounds good. Lead on.
Leon just rolls their eyes and gets up and walks. They rush. I say rush. They move over to the door where you guys are still watching him. And yeah, he just, twists the door. It opens. And yeah, he just stands there waiting for you guys.
Alright, let's go. As well.
Once you follow along, you do see basically like, typical inside of a shack. Like, there's a bed in the corner. There's like a stove, like kettle. There's all these sorts of things that you'd find. But you do see a trapdoor, like, a basement door, like one that you'd lift with a latch. And he looks to Tor and just says, "This latch needs a bit of strength behind it. So I'm gonna need you, big guy, to help out.
Yes, sir.
Tora walks over with a shrug and just, strengths it open. Wow, a lot of 24s today. He barely exerts much effort, and you see Tora just lift open the trapdoor. And yeah, you see what looks like some ladders leading down. Who wants to go down first? I ask as the GM.
Aldane.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll start the lead.
Who's
Strength
going
check,
get?
right?
What's that? Sorry.
Do I need to make any checks before going in?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm
Who's
gonna do
go-
perception anyways.
Okay. Well, are you perceiving when you get down there?
Yeah, when I get down there, I'm perceiving to get
Okay.
a good idea of
Yeah.
what my surroundings are.
Okay.
Noise.
Once you get down, have a good look round. It's this like underground tunnel. It does look well preserved and well looked after. There isn't like really much dust or anything like that to be had. Like you can breathe in, and you aren't like coughing or anything. Pretty clear. And it is surprisingly, it's not well lit, but it's lit enough that you like, you can still see fairly clearly. Who's going in next?
I think Darren will go in next.
Okay. I'm just doing this as a marching order. It's like marching order, one by one going up. So Dyron next? Yeah.
Yep.
Who's third? Sorry.
Tora, do you want to go down?
He looks to Leon. Someone's gonna have to close this latch, right? And Leon says, "Yep, unfortunately so."
Alright, you'll go last then. I'll go down next then.
Felix, you go down next. Who's next?
Seamus, it's you or Leon.
I'll go next. I'll go next.
Okay. Then Leon fifth, and then Tora last. As he closes the latch down, the lighting of the room, this tunnel corridor does get worse,
Natural.
but thankfully it's not that bad.
Hmm.
And yeah, you're effectively underground at this point. From what you can see ahead, Aldane, it does look like it's just a straight line for now. There's not too much maneuvering that you can do. I mean, in D&D, I'd allow to, you're allowed to move through allies anyway, but you would have to, sucking your stomach a bit if you wanted to, pass through each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Tight squeeze, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool breeze.
It's one of them, if something was to
beans.
rush down at you guys, you'd be kind of screwed, but to be fair, this place seems well looked after, and again, if this was a trap, this would be a very elaborate trap, and it feels like this passageway is kind of too vital to be wasted on, a trap.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you carry onward, you continue along as you go down this hallway. As you do notice it's a slight, slant leading downwards. It's barely noticeable, but it's enough that, if you put, a ball down, a ball bearing, it would slowly, roll. And so, do any of you want to do perception checks, actually, as you go down?
I'll do
just
one.
in case,
Sure,
Darren
why
will
not?
also do one.
You can all roll it if you want.
Whew.
That was Leon. This is Tora. So, between all of you, Leon's too busy sort of struggling to see past you all, because he is, not very tall.
Mm-hmm.
Tora, being so far at the back, he doesn't really get much, he can't really do well. But Felix, you are seeing and hearing extremely well. Up ahead, you hear very faint, like, how do I describe it? Like up above, you actually hear the sounds of like very faintly creatures rushing ahead. You know, like probably a deer herd or something.
Mm-hmm.
But in the distance, you just hear more nothingness, I guess you could say. There doesn't seem to be, from what you can tell, anything that would catch you by surprise. And even just looking ahead, from what you can tell with your vision, it seems to be perfectly safe. And yeah, it's one of those. It probably takes you like another 20, probably 15 minutes or so before you eventually come to this sort of how do I describe it? It's this like entrance way where it's like a circular underground room. Inside the room, you see some empty chairs with like a small table. And there's like a candle there that's nearly burnt down. You know, full. You know, like it's nearly ran out of wax.
Mm-hmm.
You see like a couple of boxes of stuff, and not counting the way you've come from, there's a split of like 3 other directions you can go. There's a hallway leading right, there's a hallway leading left, and then there's one just straight forward. Above the doors, you do see the doors. Above these hallways, these more like cave entrances, you do see signs above them. This is what the one on the left says. Left. I'll do them all actually. Right. Colon and then is how do I describe this? Yep. If you actually come out of the thing, you know, into the hallway as
Yeah.
this entranceway as well,
Mhm.
your sign also says exit.
Okay. So we should probably keep following the forward one, right?
Probably, yes.
Unless it's a trick and we're actually supposed to follow the left one.
Leon just adds, the city way is where we'll probably want to go if you want to get to where you're going. It isn't exactly like straight there to the city, it's, you know, there's other passageways further down this way.
Well, as long as they're signposted.
To my knowledge, not all of them are. I say to my knowledge, from the ways I've been led through this place, most of them aren't signposted like this. Because to be fair, the idea is that the guards, the city and, you know, Centralis guards who are using this passageway should already know and be able to lead people through. Also, with all of the people who've been using these passageways over the years, more tunnels have been dug through. And, you know, some of these people who are building these tunnelways don't want everyone to know what their passageway is for.
Fair.
I know
Fair.
well enough that I could guide you guys to the city, but I can just tell you which direction if you're stuck. Although I've never actually been inside the city sewers, I'll be honest with you. Our own headquarters are, you know, not directly with it accessible straight through the... I hope you get what I mean, right?
Mhm.
Like, they're not in Centralis sewers per se. So, gents, are you going through the city path? I assume you are, but
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you continue along, and sorry, something came up. So yeah, you continue ahead. As you're traveling, it gets to the point where I'm gonna ask you guys for another perception check. This perception is from Tora.
Jesus Christ!
Wow. This is Tora, 18. Leon is getting 16. I mean, I feel like Aldane and Seamus don't even really need to roll. Felix already crit.
No, yeah, don't even need to.
So, with your superior elven senses, I say superior, you've got like the worst perception modifier
Yeah.
of the whole group. With your senses, you can, in the distance, it gets to a point where you start hearing the sounds of water rushing, Felix. It doesn't sound like your tunnel's going to be flooded. It just sounds like water is rushing in the distance.
I hear
Sounds like it
water.
That'll be because this way leads into the sewers. Or at least the general sewers there anyway. This pathway was only made after the taking of the city, from what I know. You know, and every other race took over the humans, I mean. This was made after the fact, according to what I know. So one of the pipeways is actually hollowed out. Although whenever the city needs to flood out their sewers, apparently there is a magically sealed gateway that blocks this way from being completely flooded. You know, so one of the few exits out the city isn't completely ruined.
Should we be worried about that?
Well, unless your king or rulers decide they want to, for some reason, you know, jettison out all of their poo water or something like that, we shouldn't have any need to worry.
I mean, maybe not Rua, but I could see Kuragane doing it for a jape.
To my knowledge, such a mechanism only gets used in the castle itself. So, you know, it's not something that is normally allowed to be used unless in dire circumstances. Yeah,
I see
no.
Kuro doing it as a jape.
He legally wouldn't be
Yep.
allowed to do it.
I could see Kuro doing it as a jape.
But yeah, so you continue through the tunnel, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
It's not long before you eventually come out to the familiar, I say familiar, the smell of sewage and sewer stuffs. It's not a nice smell. And yeah. So, like Truman said, you come out at like a sort of T-junction where, you know, there's the two sides, left or right. You do see the water of the sewer rushing to the right, which presumably means it's probably leading towards the ocean, you know.
Well, we don't want to go through that.
Nope.
So, left. I will say, from the area you come out of, because there's enough wooden planks covering the water, where you all could, like, stand there and sort of change your, you know, who's going first up. whatever if you like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll follow the left path if that's the one that's most likely to lead to Centralis.
hmm So, you continue left. It's only probably, you do a bit of walking, and then you come across a forward path, or you can go right. Leon does actually pipe up and say, where is it exactly you're looking to go to?
The underground?
I mean, you are technically underground. Well, not technically.
There's
We are underground.
area in the Centralis region called the Underground, where people go to hide.
Oh, that one. People actually call that the den.
Okay, the den.
Or at least it's short for what it's actually called, but most people know it as the den. If you want the den, I'd recommend we go right.
Then right we go.
Alright. I pull out the map I got for reference just to double check it.
I'm gonna say I'm surprised you didn't already pull that out now. From what you see on this napkin, right does seem like the correct path. I say seen, it is the correct path. I shouldn't be being ambiguous like that.
Looks like we're going in the right direction.
I mean,
Onward! It's always safe to double check things.
So, you go right, you continue along, and yeah, you then get to a point where it is a freeway crossing, like freeways to go. Left, right, forward.
I pull out the map again.
I assume you just have it out at all times.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright,
So-
let's see.
So the way that it seems to go, you do notice that on the right path there is a sort of symbol that looks like a some ladders down that way. The left path seems to go deeper into the sewers, and so does the forward path. Both paths seem to be the correct option, left or forward.
Which one is the shortest route?
Both get you there, because you'll have to make a turn anyway. That will then continue onward. It's a dealer's choice.
Might as well keep going straight then.
Yep.
It's a good Streets of Rage song.
Brooklyn Rage!
Nah,
Sorry.
not that kind of rage. So you continue along, going forward ahead. At this point, where you get to, there is a forward and a left path, but there is an alcove to the right of you, seemingly where some chairs and a little sort of seating area, I guess you could say. You presume people who are on patrols or whatever might use it to sort of rest at, or So, left looks like the correct choice. If you had gone left anyway, you would have had to turn right.
Right.
So
Lovely.
that's what I was getting at earlier, just a seconds ago.
Okay.
So you
Cool.
go left.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go left, continue along, and Dylan,
Yes.
roll a d100.
Okay.
This can only go well.
It's only gonna end badly. So that's
This will age well.
as you guys are traveling along, moving through, Felix and Leon would notice seems to be some and Seamus actually, the three would see down this small hole in the wall. Something comes out of it. This
Uh-oh.
hole is probably big enough that a small dog could fit through. Like Chihuahua or Shih Tzu size.
Has the war beast come to see us?
Oh my god.
No, but now I need to make a roll for what does come out of the hole.
Ah, boy. Also, oh my.
A swarm of bats escapes through the hole. Startling Seamus. Give me a dexterity save.
Me? Dexterity save?
Yeah, dex saving throw.
You...
You manage to not fall into the water. The sheer volume that comes out and this suddenness, and it being almost chest level to you, this hole, you nearly get pushed off. But thankfully, both Felix and Leon, catch you and you manage to right yourself as these bats file out.
Damn, I wish I hadn't reacted so instinctively. This would have been a great story to tell Kuro if he'd fallen in.
Wouldn't you have had to lug around a guy smelling of shit and piss?
We got prestidigitation for that.
Still would be sticky and everything. Because to be fair, the thing is, it only really cleans objects. It doesn't clean people per se. So you'd still have to get towels or something, which you don't really have.
Mm. Well, we won't now because he didn't fall in.
You continue along. Gets to the point where Aldane, as you're looking at the map, you notice some of the detail on the map is smudged at this part you're at. Give me a investigation check as you look at the map to sort of try and discern and decipher what you might need to do next.
Can I give him an assist?
Are you skilled in the ability?
An investigation? Yes.
Give him advantage then. Aldane,
Thank you.
you have advantage.
He's just coming out of the bathroom right now, so
Just had a shit.
yeah. Seems that way.
Just imagine Aldane just squatting over the side.
What's going on now?
Dropping trowel.
Nah, nothing like that.
You have advantage on investigation to discern the map, considering it is rather smudged at this
All right.
particular part.
Roll investigation. Thank goodness I have some. Oh God.
You have no clue. You either have to go left or forward.
Well, this is quite the pickle.
I thought you said you could read maps.
I can read maps, but this is a bit smudged.
Who smudged it?
I don't know. I've given it to a couple of you guys to look at. It was fine when I got it.
Give me intelligence, everyone that isn't Aldane. Yep, are you rolling, Dylan?
Still you're rolling?
Which roll?
Intelligence.
Yes.
Well, I don't have a lot of that. Should I really be rolling it?
Just do it.
This is just to. So, Dairon, you remember when you were looking at the map? And to be fair, Felix and Seamus, you look at the map and it's like, well, it's a napkin. It's probably might get smudged over time, and that's even if the guy was holding it well. Whatever he wrote on, if he was even good with his penmanship. Dairon, From what you can
Yes.
tell, some of the contents of this map, if you look like to the rest of it, a few bits are smudged anyway. It's hard to tell if this is the case from just how many hands it's been transferred across, of the fighting you've had to deal with, or even just from when you got it anyway. But you're certain it's already been smudged by the time you've already looked at it once before.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Hmm.
So, what do we do? Do we just take a swing in the dark and hope for the best, or try and figure this out?
Let's
If
take a moment
you're-
to try to figure this out. Can't hurt to be safe.
Do you mind if
And
I
if
have
we
a look
can't,
at
we
the...
will.
Can I have a look at the map? Leon holds a hand out.
Sure.
He gently takes the map, not wanting to rip it and draw Uriah. He's going to roll an intelligence check. We need to go forward, I'm sure.
Explain
Okay.
your reasoning.
Because based on this map and where it's seeming to lead you across, forward seems like the most sensible route.
Hmm.
And given what I know of the sewers anyway, and the few times I have been led across this way, normally I don't come out this way to the sewers. There's a different exit we take. But on the few occasions we have come through this way, I'm certain it's forward.
Can I do an int check to see if he's right?
Okay. Sure. No, he's wrong. He's wrong.
Just leans over to Aldane. I don't think he's right.
Can I insight
Insight whom?
Leon?
Yeah. He's pretty confident in his answer. To be fair, he's a bit uncertain, but he's sure of himself that it is the right way. And
Has this
It-
guy
it's
ever
one of
even read a map?
it's one of them. He feels pretty sure of himself. He's not lying, you can tell. Whether he's wrong is another thing.
Hmm.
He isn't lying, so at least we can count on that.
Good to know. Well,
Thank you, Day Day. Or are we not that close
you-
yet?
If you call me that again, I will cut off your dick.
Sorry, Dairon.
Doesn't even have the conviction to stand by his nicknames.
I'll call you Day Day. True. Tora says at the back.
we have
I
gone
will.
off topic. Let's just move forward, please. No fighting. That would be great. Thank you.
Well, if we end up
Let's
lost,
go.
don't come crying to me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Felix is certain he is correct. But whether he's misinformed more so than Leon is another thing. So, as you continue along, you are walking through, and it gets to the point where the next junction is so one of the pathways is blocked. There's forward and right, but the forward path is blocked. As you look at the map, forward is the path you need to go.
See, what did I tell you? Dead end.
I mean, there's still the right path to go.
Does the right path lead around the obstacle, or does it take us?
It looks
does
like
that
it-
divert?
So the map doesn't actually list an obstacle in the way, but it looks like you should be able to move around.
Oh, looks like the right path does get at least let us go around this obstacle.
What were you saying, Felix?
Aldain is going to just do what
Little
would be the best
fee?
way check the map accuracy? Or not the map accuracy, just the ability to read the map.
If you pull out your phone and check Google Sewer Maps. So if you want to check the accuracy of the map, that would be investigation.
Alright, let's try this again. I hope I don't get dog shit.
I'm helping. Okay.
He doesn't need it. Aldane, from what you can tell, you have a good idea of where to go for the next 3 sections of this map, like of the journey.
Alright.
You're very certain.
Alright. I know what we need to do.
I was right,
Let's go.
wasn't I?
No, you were actually dead wrong. Sorry, Felix.
Leans over to Darren. I don't think Haldane can read a map.
Dyer just blinks, like, really slowly. Just like, okay. We're gonna have to deal with this later, I guess.
So, as you continue along, Aldane, you're just like, no, we need to go this way. Right, it's that way. Okay, now we need to go straight ahead. And you get to the part of the map where you basically would have needed to get to if you could have gone straight onward.
Alright, we are back on course.
At this point, you see if you go straight ahead from where you are, because it's the freeway junction again. Left is blocked, obviously, but then forward leads to what's it called? Ladders that you can find that you see on the map, and right seems to lead you deeper in. But you notice if you go right, the next part is quite smudged.
So, do you want to take our chances and head directly to the surface? Or would you like to delve deeper into the sewers and a place where we do not have a reliable map because smudgage? I'm asking all of you because I want all of your opinions on this.
I still say we're going the wrong way. We should turn back.
Why are you so insistent on this, Felix?
Because Felix has convictions.
But are they accurate convictions, though?
Doesn't matter.
I am of the opinion that we should go to the surface, but that is my opinion.
It doesn't really hurt to peek out and get a good idea of the lay of the land, does it?
Doesn't hurt, no. Dyron,
Who's-
would you be interested in scouting the surface real quick?
Yeah, I can do that.
So as you gather by the ladder, so where the ladder is, there's enough of a platform where you can all just sort of sit down and like on the floor and sort of wait. Dyron, as you climb up the ladders and peek out, are you just going to like lift your head out, or are you going to try and sneakily do it?
Sneakily do it.
Give me a stealth check.
There we
So
go.
as you lift your head up, you immediately see, like, as you lift up the grate, you see a horse and cart driving by, and the wheel of the cart is about to go over you. As you lower your head back down, and you hear the sound of the wheel running over the grate, making the loud clink, you lift your head up again, and it looks like you're actually in the what are the words? Like a kind of near the slums of similar to where Ration took you all that time, or rather where you followed Ration all that time ago.
Huh. I relay that to the party.
Interesting.
Told you we should have turned left at Albuquerque.
The fuck is
Okay.
in Albuquerque?
Okay, Bugs Bunny.
So, relaying that, Leon does say, then it sounds like we're not terribly far from where you guys need to go.
Correct.
From what I know of the den, having never visited it myself, it's not too far from where we are now. There is an entrance directly to it from the slums, but that would require us being in there and being around there in the first place. It depends on how notorious you four are, or 5 of you.
We're pretty notorious.
Yes, we've been around Centralis for quite a while.
Never mind the prison clothes.
Yes.
Our trial was very public.
Mm-hmm. And we can't send anyone out to gather clothes because, with myself accepted, and you accepted, Leon, they're all wearing prison clothes. And, you're a human. I am currently a fugitive.
Yep.
There's no non-conspicuous way for us to get out of here.
I mean, the only one who's not really... I mean, the only one who is a fugitive, but also not that conspicuous is him. He points to Tora. I mean, most people probably haven't seen him in years to remember him. But he's
True.
still a prisoner.
Unless we saw
Hmm.
Zaris, who is the only one who recently recognized him. He was a ways away, and we took a shortcut to get here. Cora, you think you'd be able to fetch a few sets of clothes for for us to change into?
And some ink.
Yes.
I'm probably not going to be able to get ink for you, but I'll
Aw.
steal any clothes I can off people.
I'd rather not steal clothes. That would only arouse suspicion.
How am I going to buy
have
stuff?
some
I'm
gold.
also in prison gear.
He's
Hmm.
got a point.
Could one of you cast a disguise person on Leon?
That isn't a spell. There's disguise self, but I don't think any of you have that.
Nope.
Probably not. There, we could put a hood or something on him.
I don't think that will help, but whatever you say, Alden.
What spells do
No, it
you
wouldn't
have,
help.
Seamus?
Which what now?
What spells do you have
Spell.
that could maybe, you know, disguise somebody?
Nothing but silence, really. Actually, I don't even think I have silence. No, I do have silence, but that's it. And yeah, I have a disguise kit.
Do you have it on you?
I should.
Was it in the bag?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I could do polymorph. No, that could disguise someone.
Yeah, it actually could.
Hmm.
I mean, it wouldn't change the clothes necessarily, but if you had the means of getting clothes, or like, you know,
Well, I am wearing armor, and that covers up most of my prison clothes. So if you polymorphed me into someone else,
yeah, you could do that if you wanted, guys. It's a good idea,
Yep.
actually.
So let's use polymorph.
What are you polymorphing him into? Because to be fair, he could just change his race and appearance.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
he's got like guard's armor, so like he could just look like a city guard, no matter what. So yeah, I'll just change him into. Let's change him into a halfling. A halfling city guard. Would that be like, you know, low enough on the totem pole? You think?
Literally low, yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, out of character, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I have no issue with
I was
it.
just trying to think of like what's the opposite of Aldane being like big, strong. Oh yeah, halfling.
All right, I'll take some gold with us and with me and uh, acquire some clothing and potentially some ink if I can find any.
Also, I really
Right then.
hope some halfling just like absolutely grapples the fuck out of Seamus.
Karma will get
That'd be
me
great.
someday, I know,
So,
Yes.
but it's worth it.
you come out the sewers. You know, you look around. Give me a survival check to gain an idea of where you could find a clothes shop.
Would it be
All of
survival
us?
or would it be investigation?
Uh, typically, uh, it's investigation is more like determining weak points or hidden objects, like or actually like looking at stuff in detail. Whereas survival is more checking your surroundings and looking around that way.
Okay, I'll do survival then.
Do all of us need to do survival or just Aldane?
Just Aldane because he's actually out of the sewers.
Okay, that's not too
It
bad
doesn't,
of a
it
roll.
doesn't. It doesn't take you long to find a pretty decent-ish shop for clothes in the city. The clothes seller is actually a halfling as well. He welcomes you and just says, "Ah, friend, come in. It's good to see you now." And then he starts speaking to you in halfling.
Oh,
Seamus did not think this through.
I am so sorry. My halfling's very rusty. I haven't spoken in years.
He
Not
just
since-
continues to speak in halfling, but he looks almost dejected and offended.
I haven't spoken it since I lost my brother. We always spoke it together.
Deception check with disadvantage.
Damn it!
That's not bad.
Gonna make a roll. He narrows his eyes. It's a shit excuse, but whatever. If you're willing to buy, then I don't care.
Sorry.
I can clearly
Yeah,
tell you I can clearly tell you not of my kind. But never mind. What is it you want to buy?
I'd like to buy some ink and some clothing, if possible.
This is a clothes shop, sir.
Well, I guess clothing it is.
So, are you buying fine clothes, traveler's clothes, normal clothes, costume clothes?
What are your going rates for traveler's clothes? I'm buying clothes for both myself and several friends.
What sizes are your friends?
Most of them are average elven size. One of them's a very large individual.
How large is large?
How tall? Trying to remember how tall Tornosuke is. He's like 6.5 feet, right?
He's
7 feet.
pretty big. It's not even that, but it's also just bulk.
We're talking about someone around 6.5 feet or more. Very, very muscular. He's a bodyguard on.
Why would he need traveler's clothes if he's a bodyguard?
He wants to wear something when he's not wearing his armor.
Would fine clothes not be nice then? Or normal, simple clothes?
All right, I'll look at this.
He shows you the catalogue of clothes. All of these seem to be a bit of a markup. You're familiar with fine clothes being listed as 15 gold? They're listed as 20 gold.
So they're cheaper than I'm used to seeing.
More
He's
expensive.
Yeah, selling. No, they're normally 15 gold. He's selling them for 5 extra.
Oh, I thought you said 50, not 15.
No, he's selling them for a big markup.
I've been to a fine clothing store not too long ago, and if I recall correctly, they were about 5 gold cheaper than your going rate.
Yes, they are, but you don't seem to be in a position to argue with that. If you're that desperate for clothes, you can always find somewhere else.
Not correct, I can find somewhere else.
Alright then, have fun then, sir. You pretend to be a halfling. You have the gall to insult my wares. And he just points towards the door.
Jack, you're just so bad at this.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking elementary, bud.
If you're not that bothered, then fine. There are definitely better clothes. But it doesn't seem like you have the luxury to check other clothes shops, do you?
Less of a luxury, more of an issue of convenience, but I'll bite.
Also, by the way, polymorph only lasts for an hour.
Yes, I'm aware.
Actually, I forgot. Polymorph doesn't even work. I forgot. I didn't check the spell because I assumed Dylan knew. Yeah, it only lets you turn into a beast.
So this whole exchange is pointless then.
Yeah, actually, I completely. That's on me then. So I guess I should have checked as well with Dylan.
Well,
I'm so cringe.
So let's go back. Let's say I turn him into a
just
rat.
rewind.
Yeah, I'll turn him into a rat. That's a beast, right?
Why
Doesn't
go
let
for
him buy
rat when
crap.
you can go for dog or cat or goat?
It also doesn't let him buy clothes, and he'd also have to get out of the sewers.
And also, having to carry all that would be extremely difficult as a rat.
God damn it. This is. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna have to start checking spells with you guys then, because if. Right.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
God damn it. It's fine.
So let's just use my disguise kit on him then.
Yeah, I mean, you could just cake Aldane up in makeup, make him look not like a half elf.
Hmm.
Maybe not a drow.
No, that'd be a bit, would
Drow
that be like blackface?
face.
Not sure if that'd
Yeah.
be like blackface.
Yeah, it'd be drow. Yeah, it'd be blackfacing almost. I mean, they're not black in like color, but still,
It would be
I mean,
close
you
enough
could
to be very
It would be the
uncomfortable.
equivalent.
you could
It would
still
be
make him.
equivalent to blackface.
You could make him look like a wood elf though, with what you've got.
Cool.
Give
Yes.
me a. Let me see disguise kit.
I don't know if I have a specific role for disguise kit.
I'm checking now. Takes you 1 minute to don the disguise. Okay. Just give me a charisma check.
Ooh, straight charisma?
Yeah, and we'll continue. Yeah. So right, so you make Aldane look like a convincing wood elf. We'll retain the survival check, so he does come into the clothes shop, but they don't start speaking halfling at you. So we'll start from there. So you open the door, you walk in, and he just says, "Ah, hello there, friend. What are you doing in this part of town?"
Well, I was looking to find some traveling clothes for myself and a few companions.
Oh, why do you need traveling clothes, sir?
Well, we're planning on going on an expedition for an employer.
But
I'm
you're
afraid
a
I
guard.
cannot divulge any further.
But
We're
you're a
going
guard of-
traveling.
But you're a guard of the city. What other employer do you have but the crown?
I'm trying to be discreet here, sir.
Normally, when people are trying to be discreet, they don't admit they're trying. Although, clearly, you're trying a bit too hard, my friend.
Yes, I've been told I'm not very good at this. I do
Yes.
apologize for my clumsiness.
It's not my fault. It sounds like it's your friends who are the ones suffering. But I'll be nice. Here's the catalogue.
Appreciate it.
See what you want to buy, and then let me know.
Alright.
And yet, the cost is still the same. 20 gold for fine clothes is an example of how much the markup is.
Alright, what's the going rate for traveler's clothes then?
Traveler's clothes, good question, my friend. If it will appear, clothes. Traveler's clothes is normally 2 gold pieces. These are 7 gold.
That is a ridiculous markup, my goodness.
Yeah, that's a big markup. No, not 7 gold. I'm gonna say 6 gold. I'll be nice.
That's still a 200% markup.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alday and Michelle go over and highlight the clothes he said he wants to get and say, perhaps these clothes do seem to be quite a bit more expensive than I am familiar with.
You're right. You
What
are
would the cause
correct.
be for such a markup?
Competitive prices is all. When you're so out of the way from most places, you have to do something to earn ends meet. And I will say, my customers always are always happy leaving this place and have never come back for refunds.
Good
You
to
do
know.
notice on the desk, that he's working at his counter, it does say no refunds.
Well, given that I'm buying several sets of these clothes in bulk, perhaps I could persuade you for a little bit of a discount?
You could try, depends on what you're offering.
Well, since I'm buying 5 sets of these clothing, of this clothing, words, so buying 5 sets, perhaps I could get a discount of 2 gold per, and in exchange I'll
So
throw in a
you're
2 gold
saying it
tip.
So you're saying it's only 4 gold pieces for each of these clothes?
Given that the going rate is 2 gold pieces for each set,
Give
and
me
I'm buying in
give me a
bulk.
persuasion check, Aldane.
Fucking hell.
Let me make a roll. Oh, it matches. He
Oh
rubs
boy,
a
what
hand.
does that mean?
Wait, why is it +3 +7?
That's the proficiency plus, recall it.
It's what? Sorry. Oh, you have expertise.
Yeah, I have expertise in persuasion.
But wouldn't that just mean it's a +6?
Doesn't he have the aura?
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
aura?
that's not it.
There's
Oh,
no
I
aura
forgot
that
what-
does that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at my global modifier. I know I've had this for a while and you haven't really said anything about it. Yeah, I have expertise in persuasion, and the roll 20 automatically bumps it up to a +10.
Let me untick it
because
because I
of-
want to know. +4. Oh, right, yeah, okay.
+4 to charisma, all charisma-based stats. And
Yeah.
since I have a
Right.
double proficiency
It
bonus,
just seemed
it's +6.
just seemed really off to me. Just because of how it
No,
lists
the
it in
way
the
it's
actual
formatted
thing.
is weird. That's why.
So yeah, so you match and he just says,
Perhaps if I throw in a tip of 2 gold as well.
you drive
for,
a hard
your excellent service.
You drive a hard bargain, sir. 4 gold for each and a 2 gold tip.
We have a deal then. So that'd be 22 gold.
Yeah.
All right. So that's from the party's loots, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, we still have 78 gold left out of that. I cannot edit this. Oh, here we
Should
go.
be able. There you go. So you've done it,
All
yeah?
right. Yep, all done.
So you do that, and as you walk out, in the distance, you see a very familiar person, Aldane.
Oh boy, who is it?
I'm gonna make a roll and see how bad this is. High or low?
Hi. Damn it.
Oh no, Aldane.
Who
You
is
see,
it?
a group of schoolgirls, and you recognize one of the kids. It's your younger sister.
Ah, crap. Aldean immediately moves to get away.
Stealth check, my dude.
Fuck.
Are you still wearing your heavy armor?
You
I mean, even
trip.
if it,
You trip and fumble and accidentally knock over an old lady as you're trying to escape. It's like fucking. It's it's like it's like a comedy thing as you just like
God damn
cause
it.
more trouble than it's worth.
Smash cut to the underground where like the rest of the party's just like, I wonder what's going on upstairs up there.
Was it
No,
really best to
Tora
send
then.
Aldane out there to be stealthy?
Tora's just like, hey, isn't Eldane in heavy armor? I forgot. Wouldn't it make him trying to stealth away really bad?
Yeah, wait, what? Why did we do that?
Because it was funny.
Yeah.
Darren, we've got enough in the disguise kit to you know, get
Yeah, you could have
Darren.
used it on. You could have used it on Dairon,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
I'm
like
not
this.
I'm not charismatic.
You also don't have armor for you. That doesn't make you stand out. But nevertheless, Aldane, you see some of the children, the young girls, like form around you. Just like, oh my god, sir, are you okay? You've tripped really badly.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm not the one who's hurt. Check on this lady here. She.
Aren't you a guard? Shouldn't you be checking on her?
Yes, I should. Thank you.
The tone in that voice of, God damn it, these fucking kids.
I fucking hate children. So, Aldane, you approach this old lady. You recognize her as well. You've seen her a few times and even helped her cross the road.
I am so sorry about
This
that.
isn't this poor. I say poor. Technically, she is because she's in like a lower class area. But this poor old lady, this like, what is she? I'm gonna make a roll.
This Dara going. I hope all day doesn't run into that old lady. He always helps.
This old brass dragonborn lady. He's like, oh, it was my fault. Don't apologize, child. She doesn't look too injured, but she still needs like help up.
Aldean helps her up and tends to her injuries.
What? How do you tend to them?
Medicine check.
Okay, give me a medicine.
Hey!
At most, she's just more like shaken up and surprised at what happened.
I'm once again so very sorry about that.
You remind me of a young man who always helps me now and then. In fact, you even sound a bit similar to him.
Oh? Well, that's very nice to hear. I'm very flattered.
Ah, it's no problem. Maybe you've seen him. You are a god after all, Aldane. Apparently,
I have heard of him.
he got caught trafficking people recently. It was a very horrible affair.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I am so sorry to hear that.
He got what he
That sounds
deserved.
awful.
That smug little prick always looking down on the common people. I fucking hate the rich.
I don't blame you. They are
I-
quite stuck up.
Looking down at us from a position of privilege in his nice, warm, lavish house. What does he know about suffering? And then she's like proper going off on one.
Well,
And you do, before she continues though, you do see your sister actually like get in between and say, "Excuse me, my brother's not like that. I'm sure if he's done anything of that kind of thing, it has to be something wrong. He wouldn't be the kind of person who'd just do that to people without a good reason anyway. So don't you dare badmouth him, or else that tumble you had will be not even the worst thing that happens to you today."
Oh no. No, please, just no fighting, please. I'd rather we not have a fight break out here. Oh, it'd be very bad.
You just see the old woman go, "You little tart! How
Ma'am,
dare you! You
Ma'am, I'm going to
hussy!"
have to ask-
And she's like ready to throw a punch.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to please calm down.
Give me a persuasion check. Oh,
What
yes.
should I go with?
My apologies, sir. I shouldn't be getting ahead of myself. My apologies, young lady. I'm sure your prick of a brother wasn't that bad. And just starts walking away.
I'd laugh if you use the persuasion check to be just like, no, Aldane's not a bad person. Well, you're gonna fight? Whatever. Look, let me tell you why Aldane's not a bad person.
Aldane's sock puppet account.
I'm sorry about all that. That young miss.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, I hope you have a much more pleasant rest of your day.
It's no problem. Just be careful. You had a bit of a nasty tumble, I noticed. And
I'll be fine.
she mumbles something under her breath. Give me a perception check. You hear the word brother very faintly as she like walks away with her friends.
Now, Aldane, you couldn't stay hidden for 5 minutes.
Paper
To be
thin
fair.
disguise.
To be fair, it's more to blame on Seamus for the skies if it doesn't work properly.
No, it's more the blame on you for not being able to like lie convincingly for even like 5 minutes.
Or, walk without, falling into something and knocking people over.
Pissing off the old folk. But yeah,
Look,
you
Aldean's a pretty honest person normally, and also like he's wearing heavy armor. It's hard to be stealthy in heavy armor.
sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah. Bad workman blames
Listen-
his tools.
Just get mithril armor, then you don't have disadvantage on stealth.
Mithril armor is expensive as fuck, though.
Sounds like a skill issue, bro.
Or stop being a coward and wear regular armor.
To be fair, he needs like heavy armor because his dex isn't good enough to pull off light or medium.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It really is.
Can y'all stop roasting me so we can get on with things?
Go ahead.
So, speaking of roasting, actually, as you get down the ladders, I'm going to call a quick break.
Okay.
Are you telling me Aldane didn't look for a stationery shop?
It depends. Does Aldane go to a stationery shop?
Aldean looks for a stationary shop.
For me, survival. We're still going to call a break, but after he makes this roll, we'll be officially on the break.
Lol, nope.
You don't find one in time. Not without, like, you being told how long it would have lasted for. Not lasted for, this isn't a spell. It's one of them you'd have to go too deep in and, like, risk getting caught more so. And you can't afford to do that. You know you can't. So, yep, now we're on break. I'm using the
Alright,
leaf for,
break
like,
time.
a bit.
Aldane, did you manage to
Hey.
find me some ink?
Unfortunately, there were no stationary shops nearby which I could go without risking being caught.
I bet you didn't even check.
I did check. Also, I did get you clothes. So if you want badly enough, you can get disguised and go look yourself.
I'd laugh if I did that, walked out, got a nat 20, and there's like half a dozen stationery shops just all in a row. Like,
That would be
we
funny.
literally stood in the stationery district.
Yeah, break time now.
Yep. Uh... So, while I'm here, I assume somewhat alone? Is there anybody else here?
I'm here, but I'm gonna get up and get a snack.
Alright, you go for it. So while I'm here alone, watched Blue Lock last night, and I'm starting to vibe with it more. Considering there's actually a lot more camaraderie than I sort of expected there would be, which is quite nice. We're 2 for 2 in the trying to do an image of a real life player and making it look nothing like them. Like, I don't know if there's like a rights issue. Like, I don't. Surely there wouldn't be like copyright on the player's appearance so that they couldn't be drawn in media or something like that. Surely not. That would be dumb, right? Either that or they just chose not to look at a picture of fucking Lionel Messi. It's not like it was hard. I found, just Google him and you get a fucking picture of him. I mean, maybe that's what he looks like in the Blue Lock art style. I don't know. I still feel like they could have done better. Also watched the Spy Family episode last night as well, which is, it's always fun. We got to meet Daybreak. He's so bad. He's so bad. Like, as bad as Aldane is at being stealthy, oh boy. At least Aldane knows he's bad. Actually tries to be stealthy. Daybreak was not that self-aware. Not that self-aware. But overall, had a fun weekend watching rugby, even if fucking England lost today because they're awful. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's their first game of the Autumn Internationals. Argentina's been playing all summer. This is an Argentina team that beat New Zealand in New Zealand, so I can't be like too upset, but no, I'm still upset. I'm still allowed to be upset. Still, at least Ireland beat South Africa. Always fun when South Africa loses. Always fun. I really hope Jones doesn't start Youngs again. Van Portfleet is just so much better than him at this point. Just in terms of actually giving us some verve. I know 90% of the people watching this. 90% of the people watching this. 90% of the people who would watch us probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But whatever. I need something to ramble on about while I'm waiting for all the people with small bladders to get back. Is anybody back yet? Apparently not. Still all by myself. I don't want to be all by myself. Just took a moment to remember the lyrics. But yeah, if I don't find ink, I'm screwed. I have 1 slot left. I need to save that for an emergency thunderstep out of danger. Or counterspell. Counterspell might also be a good one. We'll see what it is that's threatening me in particular, whether it's something that's coming up close to me or something shooting a spell. But either way, yeah, I want that safety net. I just thought of something I could do, which is, in preparation for events just such as this, start leaving ink caches around the city. Which would be dumb, but probably up Felix's alley. I could see Felix doing that. Just while we're waiting, I know I said it in a message in the chat, but thank you, Glorious Bowser, for your follow. We always appreciate everyone who follows us. And it, of course, lets you get notifications for when we go live. I mean, more the exact times. We've been pretty set in our ways of streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I have on occasion thought about just doing a rogue stream, on like a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Nearly did
Always
one.
easy to set those up, though.
I mean, I thought about doing one on the Wednesday after I'd handed my master's dissertation in, just to, sort of a celebration. Yeah, but I couldn't really think of what to play either, so.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Though we do, I mean, something we could maybe this can be the replacement for whatchamacallit, for Ace Attorney, but we do now have 2 months or so of, well, just a little under 2 months now of Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, right, we do.
And I'm going to be doing this on my off time anyway, but I intend to use that to play Fable 2.
Ooh.
I mean, we did try and play it at one point, and it went badly because it's not emulated very well. So, but this isn't going to be an emulation. This is going to be the official version. I think I can do it. I have to check.
Probably.
Give me a second. I'll do that right now. I'll just get Xbox up.
What's Mill doing right now?
Plowing your mother.
Okay. Good
No.
for you, I guess.
I am checking to see if I can actually use Xbox Game Pass to play a game that doesn't, in fact, have a PC port. So we'll see.
I got my I got my refund for Doom today, so now I've got all that £3.99 back for a game that wouldn't work.
Did you figure out why it wouldn't work?
No fucking clue. The last thing they suggested I do is basically make a guest account on my computer. So, like, it would have none of the thingy, what's it called? none of the security potential things that would block it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's just but at that point, I thought that's more trouble than it's worth. So no. So yeah, I guess I won't be able to play Doom on my PC. There's no reason for it because like I can play Final Fantasy 14 on it, and I'd argue an MMO is a more demanding game, especially when I've actively lowered the settings on my Doom so that it would basically, stop working. Not stop working. So basically, it would how do I describe it? Just so it would basically what do you call it now? Just so that it would run less. Just so it would run less intensively on my PC. But I don't know. I've got other games I can play. Like I recently downloaded Left 4 Dead on my PC, and I just got Vermintide today. So, I've got plenty of other games I can play anyway.
Mhm.
And hey, in like less than 2 weeks, Pokemon comes out, so I'll have that completely in my time away.
Oh god. That's gonna be fun.
I mean, I was in the middle of playing Final Fantasy earlier today. It was like 20 minutes before the session was like, I have to come off it now.
Do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Settings.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Alright, is everyone back then?
Kenobi. Sorry, had to.
You didn't. You didn't have to, but you still did it.
Yes, I did.
So are we ready to get
So
back
is it-
going?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
I'm here. I'm ready. Again?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Please stop.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I see why I had
Yeah.
to deal with growing up.
Again, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. Right then, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah.
Let's go. So, you're all down in the sewers. Couldn't find some stationary stuff for Felix.
Or didn't look.
I looked. Not as easy to find as you think.
So I assume everyone's in the clothes, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You
Yep.
take the moment. You all take the moment to change. You put your armor on top and all that good shit. So you continuing? Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yes. Okay. So as you get to the junction again, you go left because of where you're facing. And like I said before, the area is quite smudged for this next leg of the journey. Give me investigation if you want to figure out where it is you need to go next, Aldane.
I'm giving him advantage.
Okay.
That
Aldane,
didn't work
roll.
for some reason.
Click it
Oh,
harder.
Oh, I rolled a
21.
Ooh.
So you roll a 21. You have a good idea that, so you've got to go left, so you turn left. And then its next segment, from what you can tell based on where it looks like the destination is, you've got to go left or right. Left or right? Sorry. Yeah, left or right, because this is another freeway This is a T junction.
Hmm.
You. It looks like you should go left.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go left.
Okay. So you go left, and then there's only a right turn to make. But you see up ahead that there is this tunnel that's been burrowed in the wall.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's one way and it's very tight. You won't be able to pass through each other.
Well, that's not ideal.
What do you do? Do you go right or do you go through this passageway?
Hmm. Let's investigate real quick to see what the passageway looks like.
Time to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this would be perception. It wouldn't actually be investigation for this tunnel. Because you'd probably be wanting to see what's at the other end, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do perception, I'm going to say Aldane. I'm going to say Aldane, Felix, and Dayron can do it because they're the three at the front.
So perception. Yeah. Perception.
Yep.
Nope.
You can't see shit, Felix. Dayron, it actually looks like there is an open, like, floor area if you go through that way. Like, it looks like it might actually be a good idea, perhaps.
I passed that on to the group.
Hmm.
You get a similar vibe as well, Aldane, and going off the map, this might actually not be too bad of an idea.
Might work as an effective shortcut.
Do you go through?
Might as well.
Okay, as you go through, I'm going to have to make a roll.
Yay.
Okay, so Felix,
Yeah.
give me a D100. $62. Okay. Okay then. As you go down this one-way corridor, I say one-way, but like, you know, this very tight passageway, you see a tiny alcove that you could reach your hand into. Do you do it?
Yes.
You reach your hand inside, and you feel something smooth to the touch. You can't see what it is, though. Do you pull it out?
Yes.
As you pull it out, you bring your hand free and you look at whatever you've just grabbed. And it is a... where is it now? Here we are. Okay. Right. Let me. This is okay. You find this red liquid. So you find this potion,
Yeah.
and the red in the potion's liquid continuously contracts around a tiny bead, and then expands to clear the color the liquid around it. But the moment you shake the bottle, or if you move it, it stops this process. Yeah, that's the description of the bottle. It looks a very elaborate and a very beautiful bottle.
Right.
But yeah, that's what you find. What
I
do you
like
do?
it.
What do you do with it?
Uh,
Do you drink it?
no.
Why?
Because funnily enough, I don't trust a random vial of stuff that I just found.
To be fair, the bottle does look quite nicely, like in good condition.
Still no.
But it's red. It could be like strawberry flavor.
Strawberry flavor, Mill. Strawberry flavor.
I show it to the rest of them.
Yeah, you guys see this red liquid with like a small bead in it, and when Mill shakes it, it stops going red. The liquid.
Weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah, that's weird.
You're still halfway in this like tunnel, by the way. What do you do then, Mill?
I will pocket it for now.
Yep, so you now have a red liquid with a bead in. So, as you get further out, you come across two passageways. There's right and there's left, as it looks like you've come halfway into this sort of like tunnel. To the left, you do see ladders that go upwards, and to the right, it seems to be deeper in to the what do you call it now? Deeper into the sewers. From what it looks like, the particular bit of ladders on the map that you can vaguely see, there is a circle drawn around it. What do you do?
What do you
Guys?
guys? What do you guys think?
Hmm. I don't know.
Fuck it, we ball.
You should just keep moving.
Moving where? Do you go deeper in or do you go up the ladder?
I'll go check
Yeah.
the ladder. I'll go check up the ladder.
Okay.
As you climb up, do you lift up sneakily? Yeah.
Yes.
So you look up and you see what looks like toilets. Like you look like you're in a a toilet room. You actually see a guy stumbling in the room, sounding very drunk as he's walking. He's like, "Oh my god, is that the floor lifting up? Oh, whatever. Stay away from me, mole men in my anus. I just want to use the loo in peace," as he like shuts a stall.
Dyer just nods and just goes back down. It's like, cool.
What did you see up there?
Apparently I've convinced a man that there are mole men attacking his anus. So we should keep going deeper in.
Wait, he says, Leon. What do you mean you saw a guy up there? What was the room like?
There's a bathroom.
I think that's where we actually need to go.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you go up the
Oh.
ladder?
Might as well.
Who goes up the ladder first?
Dyron does.
Okay, then who goes after Dairon?
Haldane will go next.
Aldane is second. Now who's third?
Felix will go. I feel like it's safe to assume we're going to go in the same order that we descended in.
Okay. So
At least-
as you
That's
go up in
probably right.
order, you all hear the noises of someone on the toilet. It's not loud and disgusting, but it's still, there's still someone doing stuff.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
Please stop. No.
You know what? Just for that,
Good. I was going to suggest it.
ban Lucy Goosey. Other reason for ban existing. No.
Stop.
You will
Oh, I
get
didn't.
muted.
I thought I was muted still.
No. You weren't muted to begin with.
We are reconsidering doing that though.
Okay, well.
So
Can't do that.
so you're in the toilets. There's a few stalls in there. There's like 7.
Mhm.
And once you get to this part of the map, Aldane, you do see written instructions that say 4 out of 7 or 4-7. Like that.
Hmm. Trying to see if I know what that means.
Do you share that with the class?
Yes, 4 out of 7.
Does that sound like any canned signal I know, or?
Tora just counts the toilets, the 7 stalls.
Okay, 4th one.
Oh, the middle stall. Okay, that's easy.
My guys out here overthinking when they should be underthinking.
Look, sometimes you gotta make sure.
Better safe than sorry, you know?
So, you check the 4th stall. All the stalls are pretty large. They all seem to be built for people with disabilities in mind.
Mm.
So, like, all of you can actually fit in this stall, just barely. And you just hear the guy like, "Leave me alone, mole men. I've already had enough of your business." And as you give me all investigation checks as you examine this toilet stall that you're in. Wow, that was Tora. That was Leon. Okay, there's one more. So, Dylan's the only one to actually pass.
Awesome.
God damn.
So, as you look around, Seamus, as you examine things, you notice that on the wall there seems to be this like small indentation. And as you like press against it, the wall begins to suddenly like shake and almost give way. as it seems like parts of the wall you can like push inwards. Do any of you push it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
As
Do that.
Daron and Seamus, as the two of you push the wall, it's not a very hard push. It sounds like a click happens. As this happens, you notice the wall is starting. This bit of the wall, this door-sized wall, is starting to like slide. Like It's letting you move it across sideways, the right, like to the right. As you move it across, you see stairs that are leading downwards. Do you go down?
Let's
Might
do
as
it.
well.
In for a penny.
In for a pound, as you hear the guy slowly falling asleep on the toilet.
You'll be
Night,
okay.
night. Yeah. Good night from the mole man.
Good night, Molman.
Try not to walk on the ground too much.
And so you leave him. Once all of you walk inside, Aldane, are you the one going forward?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go back. So as you walk a bit more, you begin to hear a click, and the wall moves out again, back to where it was, and pushes itself inward. You are now inside. The only way is down. Let me see, is this? No, this is too sensual for what I want. So, as you like go down the steps, it's pretty dim lighting. So you will have some slight issues with seeing in the dark, but nothing seemed too bad. As you go down the steps, I'm gonna ask Mill, can you turn off the music?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Pause.
It's off.
As you go down the steps, the only sounds to accompany you all are the sounds of your breathing and your feet hitting the stone floor. These steps. And as you are going down, it's not that long, but it gets to a point where you have to then turn left down these steps. And then you turn left, and then there's this flat bit of the floor as you turn left again and go down some more steps. And this only continues for another one more time before eventually you all gather at the bottom of these stairs and you see a door. Just looks like a simple handle that you twist to open it. There's only very faint light you can see from this like misty glass of the door window. I assume you open it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You open it?
Yep.
And you begin to hear very faintly the sounds of people talking. And what looks like in the very far in a bit of the distance, some light. Do you go through?
Might as well.
Let's go for it.
Once you enter this corridor, you actually see carpet, very lavish-looking carpet beneath your feet. And as you walk down, it doesn't take you very long. It's like seconds, like down this small corridor, but you see another door. And on the door is this like plate that's on the door. And it's this weird symbol that's very mishmashed, and there's all these lines. But in between these symbols you see like they're connected in like segments, like rings, if you will. And it looks like if you bring your hand to them, Aldane, the outermost ring actually swivels, as if you can rotate these lines. What do you do?
Approach.
I mean, you're already at the door. So what do you do
So
with these
what?
like? What do you do with these ringed segments on this plate that you can seemingly rotate?
I try to puzzle out how to rotate them so that they match properly. Because I assume it's one of those puzzles.
Dayron, Aldane, give me investigation checks because you're actually the closest there. You can swap places with each other. There is enough room. So Aldane, you figure out based on the innermost segment, which is like the main plate, is just a pure like color. As it goes outwards, the colors start to become more white. The actual middle center color is a black, and it seems to come out to more and more white, with white being the main central color on the outermost like segments that you can rotate. From what you can tell, it's making the shape of a 5-point star.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
As you rotate the segments, it doesn't take long. It's probably only like like half a minute before you figure out what's going on. And once you make a shape, the shape, all the plates seem to stick together. And the actual panel sticks out a bit, like a button. Do you
I
push
just
it?
look at them and move to press the button.
You press the button?
Yep.
And this is the music you begin to hear as you walk out. And but as the door opens and you see just light hit your eyes. Not like a great pizza pie, however. Yes, and this is the new music, Mel.
Okay.
Or anyone else who wants to hear it. And you just begin to hear laughter and chuckles as you see people in very nice looking clothes, different ages, different races, all people who look like who've got some money to the name. You see establishments like shops, stalls, all seem to be trying to show off their wares so people can come in. You see a man with like two women round his, by his arms as he walks inside a place called the Wanderer's Dream. And yeah, it just looks like this almost like lane of debauchery and entertainment. As you're walking by, you see a guy in this sort of butler's suit, and he greets you and just says, "Ah, welcome. Your visit here was told of us in advance.
Oh, interesting.
I take it you're friends of the gold flower petal?"
I'm trying to remember if I recognize that name.
I don't think so.
That's a new one.
Give us an insight. Give us
Can I do it too?
No, not insight. Sorry, don't roll it. Give me intelligence.
Oh.
Okay. You both pass.
Oh, I did
Who else?
accidentally press
Who else
twice.
wants to roll?
Oh no, I did not roll it twice. Never mind. I'm just done.
Oh,
Jeez.
Oh,
Everyone but Seamus remembers that Oryx's name literally means like gold flower.
Why, as a matter of fact, we are.
Excellent. He's not here today, however, to greet you, but He did say that, and he reaches in and gives you a key. Go to the establishment known as. Let me find the name. Here we are. This is the name of the establishment that he tells you. Go forth to the roosting sun. Present them with this key, and you will have a room for all of you. Once you're done, I would recommend for the people you want to find, or if you want any background noise,
Sorry.
if you want any information, I would recommend you see the overseer of this place. Just follow down that way, and he points down this lane to this sort of like very, what's the way to describe it? It looks almost like a castle underground. It's not like an actual castle, but it's still very big. Like, it could probably... It's like almost the size of Aldane's house.
Guess it pays to know people on the inside.
Well, everyone here at least earns 5 figures. A month, I mean.
Of course.
This is where the wealthy, the rich, and the privileged come to unwind when sometimes the constraints of the surface are a bit too much. Although we do follow the law, I will say, since the king has enacted the rule to never allow anyone from Blackrain to set foot in here, there is no business owned or associated with Blackrain in any capacity. And while there are people of the night with which you can enjoy the more adult pleasures with, there are strict guidelines every organisation or people swallow. We are a place of refinement and, appropriateness within reason. So please do not try to cause trouble, as not even the Golden Flower and its protection will be able to help you here if you are too much of a problem.
Understood.
Quite fine. It'll be like we were never even here to begin with.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with making a lasting statement and a splash. The difference is you don't want the wrong people being within that splash zone, I guess you could say.
Do you have a mahjong parlor?
We have many places to gamble and play games. In fact, you seem like the kind of person you'd know Ration quite well.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
He's a semi-frequent visitor here.
Would you be able to let us know if he turns up while we're still here?
To my knowledge, he's on business elsewhere, so... Worry not, however. The moment he appears, I will endeavour to inform you post-haste.
Appreciate it, thank you.
He gives a very elaborate bow. But come in. Please enjoy yourselves. There are plenty of lovely food places of all sorts. Plenty of entertainment, plenty of, all sorts. And he just, after giving you yet another bow, he walks along.
Follow him then, I guess.
He's walking off. He's not asking
Alright,
you to
okay.
follow.
Then
He basically just says before he goes, "Feel free to go wherever you like."
Then we head towards the roosting sun, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As you head towards the Roosting Sun, it's a very lovely establishment, very nice looking inn. And inside,
Again, we're getting some background noise from you still.
Oh, sorry.
You see a... Where are they? You see a gnome greeting you, and he just says, hello there, friends. What can I do for you today? You do notice this gnome is quite, like, dark skin tone, like, very deep grey.
The concierge says we should have some rooms for us.
Do you have your key?
We know the golden flower.
Do you have your key?
We have a key.
He literally gave you a key.
Then yes, I hand over the key. I missed that bit.
Fucking hell. He takes your key, examines it. Yes, this is indeed a key of ours. And he basically hands it back to you and just says, go to the 3rd floor, room number 3. That is where your residence is for the time being.
Bye! And Felix just leaves, not even waiting for the others.
Boy.
Darren also goes.
Tora and Leon also go ahead.
Before Darren goes, they do say thank you and move on.
Thank you kindly. I must follow my friends now.
I thought we all had separate rooms. Why are they following me to mine?
Because it's the room.
Oh.
I did say it would be the room for you all.
That was a great movie.
It wasn't. The room was shit.
No, it was so bad it was
It is-
good.
No, it's so
It
bad
is-
it's
Then
bad.
it looped back around to being bad again.
So, you get to your room, and as you go inside, it is lovely looking. There are... What's the way to describe this?
Opulent?
As you walk inside, you see the like living/dining area. In the center is this very large couch that like is sort of a 3/4 circle with a like chair in the middle of it with 6 cups. Not filled, but you know, they're just there. And there's also a kettle. Around is stuff like bookshelves, there's like art on one of the walls, there's a fireplace. Very nice. Off to the sides, one way it looks like it leads deeper in to this like established, you know, into the place. You can only presume it's the bedroom. As on the other side, you see the kitchen. 6 tables at this lovely dining table, and there's even like little bits where if you wanted to prepare your own food yourself, it is there. And you do see a very nice looking cabinet that looks like it will hold drinks. Deeper in, however, like on the other side of the room, is like another room as well. So, where do you go? Do you just like veg out and like get a rest? Because I will say you've been traveling for like a good few hours.
Yeah, I think it's time we take a break. We as a
So-
group just...
Yeah, no problem. So on the left side is one of the rooms, and in the far end there's like a doorway leading deeper in, as well as the kitchen and then the living/dining area that you're in right now. It's all very expensive looking.
Right, I think we should, do we each have personal rooms, or are we sharing with people?
You've not checked.
Well, let's
You
go
don't
check
know.
that
Let's
then.
check.
So you go to the left, you go further in, and in the room... So, in the room, I said in this hallway, it then splits off. So one way has then, how do I describe this? One way has 3 beds, and then another room has also 3 beds. Both the rooms look very nice. The thing is, it looks like they're mostly just for beds. There is a desk for each beds. But it looks like it's mostly just there if you want to like sort of chill in and put stuff on, and then either do stuff in the living area, or the intention is to do stuff outside of this hotel.
Mm.
So how are we splitting this?
Tora's already going into one room.
Darren takes another.
Felix will follow Darren.
Leon will follow Tora.
All right, Seamus. Guess it's you and me.
Well, no, as in there's two rooms with 3 beds.
Yeah.
So 2 of the beds in 2, the rooms are already taken.
But
Oh, I guess we're going in different rooms.
Darren, do you want Seamus or Aldane in the room?
I drag all day. Nope, no, we should. Nope, no. We take Seamus with us.
So Seamus, you get the 2
Seamus.
NPCs.
Cool.
We do not let Seamus anywhere near Tora or Leon.
Oh, so
no,
we're
they're taking Seamus in their room.
yeah,
They're
we're
not
rooming
leaving
Seamus.
Seamus with Thor and Leon.
Yeah.
Wait, did I misunderstand?
No, Seamus is going with Tora and Leon. Darren doesn't want Seamus in the room with them. Is that right, Gen?
No, I was doing the opposite.
Oh,
So
you're
you're-
taking Seamus?
So you're dragging Seamus with us rather than.
Ah,
'cause
okay.
I
I think you-
realized like, oh no.
Yeah, no,
we don't
no problem
want.
then.
Yeah, I think you said you were dragging Aldane
Yeah.
rather than Seamus.
No,
That's fine.
I thought about it I said that and then I was like, oh wait, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So one room is Aldane, Tora, and Leon. The other room is Seamus, Darren, and Felix. Yes.
Yep.
Yep,
As you-
that'll work.
So you load your shit on. You all try the beds. They are heavenly. After how tired you all probably are and how long the journey has been, you almost want to melt into the covers.
Darren just kind of like conks.
What does everyone else do?
Felix sets himself up in his trance position.
Oh, he's already transing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
What-
well,
what time is- what
gets
time-
out of his-
What time of the day is it?
so you do see a clock on the wall. It is currently about 4 p.m.
Oh, then yeah, Felix is not gonna trance then. Okay, I didn't realize it was that early.
To be
Oh,
fair,
wow.
this area seems to be the place that you're at. Seems like it might be more active during the evening.
It's a fair point.
Hmm.
So if some of you wanted to rest now, or if Felix just wants to trance, it's up to you guys. Felix is the only one that doesn't have to worry because he actually gets half the amount of rest that any
Yeah.
of you guys need.
You know, fuck it,
Oh,
Felix
what?
is gonna trance. Felix is gonna trance. He's gonna go full night out.
Well, if anyone else wants to go out, we can let's go ahead and grab some supplies and
Find some
maybe
ink.
do some. Yes, Felix.
Leon's actually getting a nap, or just a rest. He needs it.
Who's staying with Leon?
I literally can't. If I take any of your shit, I still have to deal with the fucking magic using elf.
Felix sets himself up because he does the whole, Gandalf sleeping with his eyes open thing, so he is just literally staring at Leon.
You're not in the same. You're not in the same room as him though.
Staring at the doorway then.
Right.
I want it known that if he comes out of that room, he's gonna see me just staring at him. So
Not all of you have to leave.
Yeah.
though.
So is anybody else staying or is everybody else going out?
Hmm. Aldane's
Seamus
gonna
will
go
actually stay in this time around and just practice music.
Okay, so you're okay. You've got to watch on Leon then.
out. Good. That's good.
Tora's gonna go out. Tora will go out if whoever wants to. You've not checked the other room though. That's inside because there is still one room you haven't looked at.
Dara just
what
looks
room?
inside.
Do you check the other room?
Yep.
Inside is a hot tub.
Dara goes, you know what? The rest of you can go.
So
I'll stay here.
there's a hot tub in this room, a two-person sauna has its own little room, and then you've got the toilet as well.
Dara just looks at the others and goes, I got this. Don't worry about it. And just shuts the door behind them.
I guess it's
Alright,
you
you
and
have
me,
fun.
Aldane.
Aldane's gonna go out.
Tora's gonna go with. So, Aldane, what are you looking to do?
Well, I'm just gonna get ink for Felix as well as look for just see what else is around.
Leon's gonna survive. Tora's gonna survival and finds a stationery store for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
The seems like a general goods store, so you should be able to get ink.
Good.
Inside, you see a very well dressed water genasi. Long, flowing, almost purplish hair with this like almost wet quality to it, with like a very deep, like royal blue skin tone. And he gives you a very wide smile and just says, "Ah, welcome, customers. How can I help you today?"
We'd like to buy some ink.
How much you want?
How much you got?
Well, I assume you're not going to buy my entire storage.
No.
But give.
No. No.
He
no.
placed the hands to his chin. Judging from how much it looks like you have on your person, you could probably get. I could probably be willing to part with 4 or 5. It depends on how much you actually have.
How much for a bottle of ink?
15 gold pieces. 15.
Aldane racks his brain to see how see if he can recall how much ink costs where he normally goes to buy it.
Tora seems like it's fair.
All right.
Give me an intelligence check, Aldane. You're certain he's selling this for a markup. There's usually around 10 gold for an ounce of ink.
Oh, if I recall correctly, the last time I bought ink, it was considerably less, but
If I'm going to be honest, though, you don't like the kind of person who buys ink.
no, I'm buying it for a friend.
Ah. Would you like a bag with it? A gift bag?
Sure. Since I'm buying in bulk, how about a discount?
How much of?
2, 3 gold off. For a bottle.
Demos. Give me a persuasion check, Aldane. I'm willing to part with 12 gold a bottle.
12 gold per bottle. That will be quite a bargain.
How many bottles are you willing to buy then?
Let's go with 5.
5 times 12 is...
60.
60. Okay, yeah, if you're willing to part with that much.
I am.
Alright, it is a deal. So you buy the ink, you've got the bottles. Now what?
Let's look around a little bit, Tora. See what else we can see
Mm-hmm.
in the area.
Sure. Sora's gonna do survival again. So as you're walking around, you see like different branching paths, but there's one in particular that has the Colosseum as a sign. You see a fairly large building, almost as like, if not just as big as the castle that you still see in sort of the distance. You hear cheering and like clapping and stuff from within. Otherwise, as you're looking around, you see like different like, you know, brothels, massage parlors, food places, mini theaters, gambling dens. It seems like a very nice, again, if you're willing to splash out money and you have like few morals, it seems like a very fun place to just lose yourself in.
The moment, the music.
Don't
What's
never
that?
let it go. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to load this opportunity when it comes once in a lifetime.
Oh god.
Sorry, had to do it.
Yep,
But yeah.
really did.
So, gonna do
Alright,
anything else, Jack?
Well, Let's see. What else do we have? Is there anything you want to do with Tora before we head back?
That's up to you. I mean, Tora doesn't really care that much. He's mostly just here for the ride.
Alright, let's head back.
Yep, so you head back. You've probably only been gone for like 30 minutes. But you get back. Seamus, you've just been sort of playing your music. Leon hasn't moved the entire time. He's just been in bed.
Yup.
Dairon, you've just been joining Ice Soak.
Yep.
It does actually have instructions for how long you should stay in. And it also suggests that if you want to use the sauna, to get a bottle of cold water to drink before you go in.
Yeah,
to help
Darren's like,
regulate yourself.
Darren, this isn't Darren's first rodeo.
But yeah, you're soaking, you're warm, you're nice, cozy. Very nice, really.
Yeah, Darren's just taking this in and really having a
You
great
deserve it. You've been in prison.
time. It's been a whole time.
Yeah. Like, you spent your week being like a criminal and being on the run. You deserve this.
Yeah, of course I do.
Felix, you're just trancing it up, thinking about whatever you're thinking.
Aldane better have got me some ink.
But eventually, you...
Hey, where is all that back road noise coming from?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's fine, dude.
So yeah, so what's happening now? Or are we doing... y'all doing something, or are we gonna skip to the end of my trance?
That depends. Aldane, when you get back, what happens? Do you touch base with anyone?
No. Well, yes, actually.
Because I mean,
I put the
Seamus is
bag,
still awake.
Alright, we're back. Wasn't much going on, so we just wanted to explore a little bit, and we grabbed some ink for Felix.
Yeah, so you tell Seamus at least. I mean, you can check in on Dairon, but they're probably like in the middle of their sauna time. Leon's just sort of having a nap. He is, to be fair, under 18.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is actually still, like, you know... And to be fair, teenagers in this setting aren't the kind that would still stay up at, like, 2 in the morning, probably talking to their foreign friends.
Mm,
I
yeah.
feel like that was a shot at me.
That's just a shot at most people. It's worse for English people, because our life, when it comes to the internet, is having to stay up late chatting with our American friends.
Yeah. I hope you're grateful.
It's not
We
even
are.
just it's not even just a you thing, because even Giga has said so on Trash Taste, and so has Connor and
Yeah.
stuff. So, so yeah, it's just one of them. You know, that happens. You get in. You know, you touch base. I assume like after a few hours, Darren would have eventually, not even after a few hours, after an hour, Darren would have come out. You know, probably all nice and moisturized and refreshed. Seamus is probably done with his stuff. Leon probably would have gotten out of his nap.
Ah, I needed that now.
Apart
I
from-
needed that so.
Apart from Felix, who's probably like an hour into his trance, everyone's like still awake. So, I assume you're all probably like gathered around the circular cushion in the living room. And Tora just looks at you all and says, "So, what's the plan then once Felix has gotten out of his trance?"
We're gonna look. We're going to follow any leads we can find on traffickers who
I mean,
we were framed in place of.
I mean, that guy said the overseer, or whatever he's called, is the one we'll probably need to find for info.
Hmm. He's probably our best first bet. Yeah.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. So we'll look into him first. But let's also look into whoever else we can find in the area.
Anything else?
I mean, you're
Uh,
asleep.
We should also look for ways to to raise money as well. That way we'll
Mm.
be able to keep ourselves situated in the long term.
I mean, that
Because we
depends
do
on
not
how
know
long
how
we're here
long it will
for.
take for us to accomplish this.
I mean, there's a Colosseum, and most of us are good in a fight.
True.
Everyone
This is
just
also a
looks at
good
Seamus.
gambler.
Felix could probably sell money. Sell drawings for money.
I mean, if I'm good enough, I could sell money.
Felix could sell drawings for money. Seamus could probably perform, can't you, for money?
Probably.
I feel like there's enough decent revenues.
Yes.
Who knows? I don't know. Felix could also do some gambling or whatever.
He is quite good at gambling.
Well,
I wish I was joking.
what are we doing then? Because I'm pretty peckish.
Well, we do have a good deal of gold left, so
As he
Plus
says
eight.
that, actually, Dairon, I'll say you notice it. You notice the clock gets to about 5 p.m. and you all hear a knock at the door. Who goes to the door?
Dairon just grabs the knife, puts it on their belt, and walks to the door, hand on the knife. Yes?
There is a peephole. As you
Dairon,
look
what's-
into it, you see a gentleman wearing a chef's outfit, hauling what looks like a tray of food.
Did anyone order room service?
no, but I certainly wouldn't mind having some.
Okay. Dairon opens the door, but as like a ready action. If the guy makes a move, I'm gonna strike.
Okay. So you open the door, and the gentleman in the outfit just gives you a very soft smile and just says, "This is your complimentary room service."
Complimentary.
Yes, for anyone who rests on the third floor of our establishment, you get to enjoy complimentary food service every time at 5 p.m. for dinner anyway.
Oh, looks like our friend is quite the generous one.
Today's theme is chicken based. So we have different bits of chicken like yakitori, karaage, some Tenoyama style chicken recipes, but we also have some more Pahalan stuff, like jerk chicken and other varieties like that. May I
Good
come
to
in?
know.
So sad Felix is trancing, I would have had a field day.
Worry not, though. If for some reason any of you can't finish off your food, there is no problem with us preserving it for it to be, for you to prepare it later. And so he walks in, he sorts the food out. He actually has a grill on his tray that he starts cooking the chicken on. And so he asks you all then, like, what kind of chicken would you like prepared? And
I'd like skewers, please.
chicken skewers? Perfect. What about you, sir? He looks to you, Seamus.
I'll have some. Y'all got bulgogi?
That is not a chicken dish.
No.
Bulgogi.
Got chicken wings?
Wings, we can do that, certainly. We definitely have some on the bone chicken.
Got
What
some,
kind of style would you like it done? Spicy, normal, mild,
Give me that spicy. Spicy buffalo.
Gives you an okay sign and a smile. Good choice. And what about you, young man? He gestures to Leon and then looks at him and looks at you all and is like, and then shakes his head. Looks a bit confused. What about you, young man? And he just says, surprise me. I'm not really bothered. Okay then. What about you, gentleman? He looks at Tora. He just says, I'll have jerk chicken, please. And just goes, yes, of course. Then you, Dairon, what kind of chicken-based meal do you want off this gentleman? This bugbear chef, I should say, by the way. Very large gentleman with equally large limbs.
Curry chicken, please.
Perfect. No problem at all. And he gets to working. You notice with his long arms, he can sort of do multiple things at once, and he's working like a fucking whiz. You're almost certain he's growing extra pairs of
Do
arms.
I know what Felix would want?
Do any of you do?
I guess, would Felix have told me?
All of you, the three of you, give me insight. Aldane wouldn't know. Darren might have an idea. What about you, Seamus?
No clue.
Dairon, I was going to say if you got a 15, I would have Mill tell you what he wants. You're going to have to guess, Dairon, what he might want.
Okay. Okay.
And then Mill can DM me and say if Felix would actually want that.
I'm gonna say, what are those like balls on those chicken, those balls on a stick that anime people eat sometimes at festivals?
That's takoyaki and that's octopus.
No, but it's a different. It's like
Oh,
that, but
Dongos?
yes.
Dongos aren't meat, though, I don't believe.
yeah.
Are they?
I don't think they
They were
are.
sweets. I thought they were sweets.
Dangos are usually dumplings.
Japanese dumpling
Okay.
made from rice flour mixed with uruchi rice flour and glutinous rice flour.
Yeah, it's usually sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then never mind. I was gonna say then.
My man's is like.
Look, I'm trying to think. All right.
I know. Give me
Uh,
an intelligence check, and I'll give you a suggestion based on like Tanoyama food.
Yeah. I guess like in a Prince I could do yakitori, but
Yeah, I'm gonna say yakitori chickens is a pretty like classic one that's nice. Yeah, so then
Yaki-
Felix will have some yakitori then. Yeah. Right. So the food is prepared. It is incredible, just from the look and the smell of it. This man is a genius. And it isn't long as you all individually get your different plates of food. Some of them take longer than others, but you aren't waiting too long for each other to start. When you get your food, it is a feast for the eyes already. As you take your first bites, oh god, it is incredible. Like, you are surprised this man can do all this much. Make different kinds of different food. And somehow make them all taste individually good. If any of you were to try each other's food, it is just as good as each other's. And yeah, you all enjoy your feast and feel very satisfied afterwards. You feel refreshed, you feel energized, you feel ready to take on the world.
That's good.
Apart from you, Felix, because you're asleep.
Yep. No, I'm trancing. There's a difference.
You're still, you're still indisposed.
Yes.
And yeah, by the time, you've had your food, it's all been prepared, the chef leaves, but Felix, you come out of your trance, you smell the delicious waft of chicken in the air. And yeah, you come out to the party having just clearly enjoyed some food. You do see some foil-wrapped yakitori, it looks like, that's been left on a plate.
Ah. That's nice. Is that for me?
Yep. All yours.
yeah, I didn't quite know. I couldn't quite remember what you would like, so went with this as a safe option.
Yakitori's fine.
Yep. It's a bit cool, it's a bit lukewarm, but it's still very nice. Like, you can clearly tell it's been well done, and like...
I'm just
You know.
I'm just glad I'm not eating more fish or boar or deer.
But yeah, you thoroughly enjoy it. And at this point, I'd say you've all touched base with each other. You all, you've got your pots of ink, Felix. You
Oh, thank
all
God.
know what you want to do. You all let each other know what's going on.
I'm solvent again. So that was 5, so 20. Oh, I can do stuff again. So nice. So, how much money do we have left?
I have a couple hundred gold on me, as well as our party fund having about a little over 75 gold. 78 to be precise.
Well, I can take some of that and try and gamble with it, I guess.
I'll give you 25.
Who's
We don't want to
sniggered?
deplete the fund too much. What was that?
Who's sniggered?
That was me as the player. that was me as the DM.
Right, okay.
Gambling, of course he would.
We're in
Yeah,
we're in
don't
a
knock
den
it.
of thieves.
Not really. It's more like a den of debauchery.
Hmm.
Either way, my most useful contribution will be gambling.
Or painting.
Yeah, I have to have supplies to do that.
I'm sure you could figure something out.
I'm not painting with my own blood.
I wasn't going to say that,
Though
but okay.
Seamus's blood.
Really?
I mean, Tora just adds. I mean, didn't they suggest we check out the Overseer first?
I mean, I sort of need to have something to do while you're all, sleeping and dreaming your horrible, horrible dreams.
Yes, that is true.
I can't imagine dreaming every night. I'm surprised you're all sane. Well, sort of sane.
To be fair, most people don't really remember the dreams and aren't that actively aware of them.
Are you just
Felix, do you think
desensitized to them?
Felix, look at me? Do you think I'm sane?
That's what I was sort of saying. You're sort of on the edge.
Hmm.
But yeah, Tora just says. I mean, you could have one of your dreams be the 18 people you murdered with your bare hands. Then I won't be. Then yeah, it'd be fair to not be sane after that.
You dream about the
Anyway,
18 people you've murdered?
I think I've already said this before that I always forget that I always have that dream.
How do you do it? Dreams are awful. Anyway, Felix will probably go, wash up, but how long will it be before y'all non-elves go to sleep? Hello?
So,
I mean, it's Tora. I mean, you can see the clock, and it's like 6 p.m. or something by now.
Wouldn't it be 8 p.m.?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah. Ignore me. Ignore
Well,
me.
yeah, it'd have to be at least 8 p.m.
Yeah.
for me to be at my trance.
Yeah. Ignore me.
alright. Keep going.
Either way, I'll take that 28 gold and I'll go find a mahjong parlor.
Alright, good luck.
Hopefully it's going to be one with low enough stakes.
Yes, hopefully.
So yeah, I head out.
Anyone else go out?
I think I joined Felix on his adventures.
Corey, you said something about wanting to go to the fighting pit at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, if
wanna
we
do
need
that?
to make money.
Yeah. You want to do that late? You want to do that tonight or tomorrow?
I'm not really bothered. I'm fine with doing whatever. I'm not the one who's, trying to clear his name.
Hmm, true.
As you're sort of sat around, you do get a sending. Daron does actually from Guy.
Ooh, what does Guy have to say? While we're walking to the mahjong parlor, Felix would be asking.
This is what Guy says to you, Dairon.
What's the name of the inn we're in?
Roosting Sun.
The...
Hmm. Picking something up right now?
Yeah, I'm typing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I sent to Guy. But I relayed the message to everybody. Hello?
I hear you.
You can get another one that just says.
I relay that to the group and then I'll type up a response.
And if you guys don't need to go to sleep, I guess we could.
I mean,
See
it's
the-
only 8 p.m.
Guess we could go see the overseer before I go gambling.
Yes, let's do that real quick.
So you're gonna go see the overseer then?
Yes.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
So you all gather out. You all get ready to go. You all leave. The gnome still there at the counter, just waves you off and just says, "We hope to see you again when you're ready to rest." And as you leave, you make your way to the castle. Not in the sky, but underground.
Huh.
I say it's a castle, but again, it's not really a castle. It's just, might as
Is
well
it
be in
owned
this
by Hal?
area. No,
And does it move?
you don't know that. You haven't figured that part out yet. But you leave, you make your way over. You do see no one's really going in the castle. The building. People aren't really entering it. Like, there's businesses near it, but like you have to cross this small bridge, and beneath you on the bridge is this like almost lotus pond beneath. And as you cross the bridge, you see people staring at you, as if like, what are they doing? Not as if like, oh, you know, in disgust or anything, but they're more just surprised.
Hmm.
They're not stopping you,
Hmm.
and you actually don't see any security at the front door either.
Curious.
You make your way to the door.
Curiouser and curiouser.
You see you go in through the door, and this door is like just double glass doors with a metal handle. You pull on the door to enter, and inside is like beautiful marble floors with like marble columns that lead up. Fish tanks on both sides, and at the other end of the room is a desk with a gentleman sat there, just sort of tensing his hands like Gendo Ikari posing. And they
Yendo pose.
are. I had to crack my neck. They are. What are they? What race is this person? They are an elf from looks of it, with pointed ears. Specifically, they are a high elf. Quite striking blue eyes, with sort of short, like neatly cut, dark brown hair. Quite relaxed looking features, as if he's like, you know, quite relaxed. You know, being very redundant I am. But yes, he just sort of leans back in his chair as he's looking at you and just says, you know, well then, I've been told to expect your arrival from the Golden Flower. I take it you are the heroes of this lovely continent, as well as Toranosuke, the 18-men killer, and he pauses as he looks at Leon.
This is
A
Leon.
human. Very interesting. So, I'm the overseer of this place. It is a pleasure to meet you all. What is it you're here to learn, then?
We're here
did
to
it-
look into the organization for whose crimes we were made to take the fall.
Yes, that was very surprising. Most people didn't believe you were people traffickers, though, after what you've done for for them. I mean, who would?
Mm.
It'd be a very strange betrayal of their trust.
Yeah.
But of course, what the guard and what the crown say you did is what's happened, or at least this is what people like to believe. For knowledge of this group, for this information, I would ask that you prove yourselves to me that you're deserving of this info.
Oh, so.
Well, our Colosseum is in a bit of a rough patch at the moment. There's not been any excitement for quite some time. We are in desperate need of people to liven things up, draw some intrigue and buzz. You two, he gestures to you, Aldane and Tora. If you two would be willing to work as a tag team and win 3 matches consecutively, with, of course, a small break in between, I will give you your info. How does that sound?
Alright, so what do you want us to do? Just fight and win?
Yes. If you lose at any point, however, your information is forfeit. You'll have to perform a different task to earn that information.
Hmm. Alright.
This is the most immediate and direct way for you to do so. We could even do it tomorrow if you wanted, once you get some rest.
Understood. How many matches?
3.
I already said 3.
Okay.
If you want, I can also get a hearing doctor in to check you if that would be helpful.
Don't worry about him, he's just a little slow.
Thank you,
I
I
understand.
think.
I understand. I would have thought the great Aldane Cyanidel would be a bit more, well, better in that regard, but who am I to judge?
Look at him, he just bonks things.
Yes, of course. And
Thank you, I think.
you're just a simple mahjong player, aren't you? Who seemingly hides more of his intelligence, beneath the veneer of ignorance. Is that not correct, Felixus Ferris?
It's funner this way.
Well, if Aldane and Tora seem to lose during this free match Colosseum tournament, I might call upon you, and you can be trusted by your friends to procure the information you need.
Do you expect us to fight separately or together?
I already said it was a tag team. Maybe I
Okay.
should call that doctor.
I apologize. Get a little
You
bit
don't-
of a ear ringing
It's-
from all the metal.
It's not my. You don't need to apologize. It's not your fault.
From behind the hand, Felix also just makes a drinky drink motion.
He nods. But until then, you need not worry. The time with which we'll be doing these Colosseum fights will be 7 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, feel free to peruse our establishments. And I hope my doorman was clear and concise that you are not to be causing any trouble, or at least not too much trouble.
But of course.
Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble unless you have a satyr who likes to take thumbs.
Us
No,
causing
we
trouble?
We haven't.
I know
We
you
haven't.
Die.
We haven't had a satyr in these halls for several decades. Satyrs aren't very common. They're normally from the Feywild.
Oh, this one's kind of an asshole, but yeah, we're pretty sure he died at the prison.
Oh, that's one. Yes, I heard a lot about that interesting gambling match. In fact, one of my informants was there to witness.
As long as you don't have any matches like that, then we'll be fine.
Yes.
That isn't up to me. It's up to you and whoever you're put up against.
Satyr 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Well,
And if you fail, I'm sure we can rely on Seamus to do some ballads and see if he can win any particular matches. Although I will say, if you're at the point where you all fail if you're up to the fourth person to rely on, I might just consider you all a lost cause, if that's okay.
Hmm.
do you think we
I've-
could switch Darren and Seamus around in the order?
No.
Fair enough.
The point
That's
is, you're in need of my information, and well, apart from Cammy, there isn't many other good information brokers out in Centralis. I'm going to be giving you this completely of my own accord, as long as you prove yourselves to me. I don't have to do this. The trafficking group isn't as much of a bother on me and my profits as you might think, so it's not terribly a problem if they are stopped or not. Although, to be fair, from what I know of you guys saving the world, you not being able to save the world and clear your name would be a bit of a problem. But I'm sure Akira Everett or someone else could save everything, so it's not too much of a bother for me. But let's hope it doesn't come to that, shall we? For now, enjoy the rest of your time, but just be You can go straight to the Coliseum at 7 o'clock. There, the men at the door will let you in, and your friends can have front row seats to watch as Aldane and Toranosuke tear hell and mayhem through my Coliseum fighters.
Do you have a betting function?
There is, in fact, betting there.
Good.
To my knowledge, Aldane and Tora are sat at 5-1.
Interesting.
In favor of us or against us?
That depends on your perspective. You're an unknown quantity to most of the people here. At least when you get to, when you get to some of the, at least the second and third fighters, you'll be having to do with, you'll have to deal with some pretty good competition.
Is that 5-1 for the entire 3 fights, or is that just 5-1 for the first fight?
For the first fight, at least.
Good. Okay.
The fights, depending on their performance, depends on the rating for the next fights. You'll have about half an hour in between to rest up and relax, which will give our bookie some time to adjust accordingly.
Just leans over to Aldane. Try to stink up the joint in the first fight. We can get the odds high.
If you do fixing of odds and matches, then any bets you put on specifically, Felix, will be null and voided.
Just
And
a
in
little
fact, you won't
joke,
be-
I'm sure you understand.
You won't be getting your money back either.
Just a little joke.
Is it, though?
It is now.
He just shakes his head. I can, of course, give you other sorts of information depending on the price, but this particular nugget that you need, this vital piece of information, will be locked behind those Colosseum walls. But if you can give me some other sorts of information, I might be willing to part with stuff. Depends on what you want to know.
I think we should probably take time to consider what if we want to ask something, and we'll come back once Aldane and Tora have won their 3 fights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. Well, unless you have anything else you want to do, I assume you leave.
Yep.
So, once you leave, do you just head straight back to the inn, or do you, pass the time away until it gets late?
I'm going to Mahjong.
Okay. What about you, Seamus?
Darren's
I'm
going
going.
with Felix, by the way.
Darren's with Felix. What about you, Seamus?
We're still technically fugitives, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So I'm
why?
gonna go. Well, that's just like whether or not I'm gonna perform. So I'm gonna go
mean, you
back
can-
to.
I mean, you can perform.
All right, I'll
this
perform
this
at a
is one of
small
those
time.
cases. This is one of those cases where what happens in the den stays in the den. Because if anyone found, because think of it this way, if people found out you were in the den, that would require someone squealing, which would mean ruining it for everyone. Like, no one can afford to squeal like that. So you could easily, perform and you wouldn't have any negative repercussion. Just depends on if you piss anyone off in the process.
Well, that's good. Guess I'll do that then.
What about you, Aldane?
Well, Dan's probably just gonna head back.
Thingy's also going to head back, Leon. Just because he is actually quite uncomfortable, you notice. A few of the women have been, trying to invite him to come with them, and he's just like, no, leave me alone. He looks really, nervous and shy. So yeah, he's going to go back with you. Tora is actually going to go with Seamus. He's going to look out for him. And so, as you go your separate ways, I'm going to call this a session.
Alright.
We've been going for a little under 4 hours, so...
Just a little over 3.5, yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday should be more Mass Effect 2.
What are you thinking about Mass Effect 2?
It's been alright so far. I'm not sure I liked that they added ammunition in, but you know.
Where you at in the story?
He literally just started.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, we haven't even gone to see Anderson yet because we put off doing it.
I'd recommend when you get the option to go do Archangel or Mordin.
Yeah, that's one I recommend for him to do first.
Yeah.
Both of them are very important. One is one of the best characters in the game, and the other one actually gets you your upgrades.
Right, okay.
Alright.
Um,
On that note, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the session, Kaido.
Alright,
No problem. See ya.
see you again.
Same.
Thursday, we might be able to finish Ace Attorney. We'll have to see on availability there. If not, it'll probably be Deathloop. Which we should be getting pretty close to finishing, actually.
Yeah.
Saturday is, I believe, female characters in Shonen for the Paradox Hour. That should be an interesting one. And then next Sunday, we'll be back with more of this. More, putzing about in the den. And, you know, hopefully, Aldain and Tora won't lose their fights.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the rules yet, but, you know, it should be fine. You're fighting together, and you fucked up Zaras, so, you know. If you can handle Zaras, you should be able to handle most of what's coming at you.
Yeah, you should. Please, our Jesus. Please say they should.
Fight Zaras again.
I was actually thinking about that just to...
No, I wouldn't do that.
Anyway, so yeah. Again, thank you everybody for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter at Storytime_net, as long as Twitter lasts. Good old musky boy.
Someone's already got a lettuce ready.
I'm sure they do. And otherwise, we hope to see you on Tuesday for more Affecting the Mass Squared. Good night.
Later.